for a journey into the enigmatic and perplexing reaches of the natural universe. We've compiled the strangest encounters from the depths of untamed forest and the uncharted ocean depths for this special compilation. Be ready as we reveal the bizarre and fascinating relationships that occur between animals and their natural habitat, as well as the discovery of mysterious creatures and ancient statues that are silently resting at the bottom of the sea. Departed soul wandering? The camera recorded a mysterious video of a daughter saying goodbye to someone not there. The cryptic video got attention as the little girl with her aunt went to see her late mom, who lost her life in a car accident. They were there at the graveyard grieving at her grave when the daughter suddenly did something unexpected. The video got mysterious as it went on. The daughter said goodbye, and when asked, she told them she was saying goodbye to her mommy, who came to see her from heaven.
Bye, kid. Bye-bye.
It is said that it was her late mom's spirit who came there to meet her daughter and was even seen by the girl. The way the girl was pointing up at the sky, it seemed real, not like an illusion. The daughter pointed out in the air that her mother was going up to the sky, and she was saying goodbye. Such a cryptic and curious video left my eyes wide open. You can see the mystery it holds. It was probably the spirit wandering there, or maybe the daughter was influenced by something. Who knows what it was? It's a strange and puzzling video, and it's hard to explain. Venom? The trail camera in the deep, eerie woods recorded a mysterious and unsettling scene. A sinister road where a motorcycle traveler passed by on his bike became the stage for a bizarre encounter. The camera revealed a cryptic video of a man clad in black pants and a shirt, walking from one end to the other. Suddenly, another man in white pants and shirt appeared and, after a brief chase, attacked him. The man in black fought back and the attacker fled. But this was no ordinary encounter. The video took a chilling turn as the camera zoomed in, capturing something paranormal. The man who had been attacked was struck with an otherworldly force. On closer inspection, it became clear that a dark, ghostly spirit emerged from the man in the black outfit, attacking the other person while the man remained on the road. As he tried to rise, the eerie apparition re-entered his body, and he returned to a normal appearance, like an ordinary man. The camera continued to zoom, revealing another enigma. There was some mysterious venom within the black-clad man's body. This venom, lurking inside a seemingly normal person, was a perplexing riddle. Where it came from and why it resided within the man remained a mystery, one that only he held the key to. The strange incident left more questions than answers, lost in the depths of the deep, dark woods. The Limping Doe. A heart-yearning incident was caught on a trail camera, a possible event of human ignorance and vicious hunting activities. A peculiar-looking deer was captured on a trail camera walking through the woods unfashionably. Upon proper investigation, the deer seemed limping on its 3 legs. Its 4th leg was missing, making it hard for the poor creature to walk appropriately. The hiker stated this anomaly was some accident in the woods rather than a genetic defect. It seemed like the poor deer had its leg stuck in some electrical fence or vicious trap. As we plunged deeper into the video, the trail camera tracked through its daily hustles and difficulties. Moreover, the camera captured the peculiar behavior of its fellow deer. They were seen acting weirdly towards the 3-legged doe. As soon as she tried to come close to its troops, they moved apart, making her feel the odd one out. This behavior is quite natural to expect from wildlife. They don't adapt to unusual circumstances, let alone accept the limping. Wild tornado.
Yeah, it is. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're gonna get it. Yeah, on the other side of that tree. Yeah.
Nature's not always been blissful to mankind. It has its monstrous and vicious side too, which is enough to topple the land it rumbles. A similar incident was recorded by 2 friends when they found themselves stranded in a heavy thunderstorm. Two friends embarked on a bumpy journey through a dense forest on a four-wheeler. They kept recording throughout their venture just to capture the beautiful sight of the hilly area. However, not soon enough, they found themselves lost amidst the sudden drizzling. The light drizzles turned into heavy rainfall in no time. Bounded by the heavy rain, a peculiar sight caught their attention and added more to their worry. A gust of wind was seen twisting with a heavy thrust, forcing tall trees to move with its rhythm. The fundamental element of surprise struck hard on our faces when that wind turned into a dangerous-looking tornado, tearing down everything that came in its way. In this video, we could see the hikers terrified over the vicious destruction caused by the persisting tornado.
Just destroyed something.
The tornado, however, wasn't densely colored like the usual ones. It was pretty transparent, giving the appearance of a ghost tornado wrecking the trees and houses. This terrifying scene would genuinely be a nerve-wracking sight for both friends.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What is that?
Oh no!
Roland, largest sea elephant. It is a video of the largest sea elephant, Roland, from 1931. The man in the video pats Roland very politely. Roland keeps his head out of the water as the man feeds him food, which is most likely to be a fish. The man moves Roland to another location. Roland gets into the water and swims for a little while. The man calls him out to feed him. Roland gets out of the water and stands with the man in the video. He feeds him and pats him on his face very gently. Roland gets to the ground and makes some noise. Survival of the swiftest. Buckle up your seatbelts because you'll witness one of the most daunting encounters between a wild beast and its alleged prey. The video began with a leopard tightrope walking over a tall tree in the forest. The leopard seemed confused and a bit scared as the mighty beast was surrounded by a group of wild pigs waiting to attack him. The pigs kept circling around the sheltered tree, hoping for the tiger to stroll down into their trap. You would not believe it, but the predator did crawl down, not to get himself attacked, but to pick his dinner among the litter of pigs. The young piglet was caught in no time and was carried all the way to the top of the tree, leaving no time to spare for the pigs to even fight back. Paranormal human being. One day, a camera captured something truly bizarre deep within the woods of a remote place. This place was far from normal, as the owner of the house nearby claimed there were no houses and no humans living anywhere nearby. What made it even stranger was the sighting of a woman wandering in these desolate woods. From a distance, it appeared as if she was in a distressed state, stumbling around aimlessly. However, as she drew closer to the camera, her intentions became clear. She seemed to be fully aware of her surroundings, moving with purpose, as if searching for something, or perhaps hiding from someone or something. No one could fathom who she was or why she had ended up in such an eerie place. The mystery deepened, as it was inconceivable for a regular person to be there, especially at such an uncanny time. Speculation began to rise, suggesting that she might be a paranormal spirit or some supernatural creature, as she did not seem like an ordinary human being. This enigma continued to perplex all who saw the video. The woman's origin and perhaps remained shrouded in mystery. The terror that the footage conveyed sent shivers down the spines of those who watched, leaving them with an unsettling feeling that something truly unnatural had transpired in that haunting place. Water monster. In the Erie River, the camera captured something strange. The air felt heavy with an odd, unsettling vibe. Four brave friends set out on a boat to explore this curious, creepy waterway. In the video, a mysterious secret of the river unfurled. The friends spotted a shadow, cryptic and chilling, emerging from the depths. It resembled a hand, but not one of a fish. It was a river monster, a paranormal being's appendage. The sight sent shivers down their spines. A deep mystery loomed over the river. The true nature of this creature remained elusive. Was it a genuine paranormal entity, or a trick of the shadows? The friends were left pondering, their hearts still pounding from the encounter. The enigma of the river persisted, its secrets locked in its murky depths. It was a deep and great mystery. The camera's lens captured an uncanny sight. The river held its secret close. Foam on streets. Sometimes, a little malfunction in the operating systems can turn into a big disaster. However, in this video, a unique sight was witnessed by the residents of Santa Clara, California. It was reported that the streets of Santa Clara were flooded by unique white snow that had foamy texture and dissolved upon touching. Quite an absurd-looking sight, isn't it? It must be heaven for children. However, on proper investigations, it was found that there was a fault in the fire alarm system of a nearby factory, which resulted in vast amounts of foam coming out of the factory floors. The local police reported that the snowy foam was waist-line thick, but it would soon disappear from the streets due to its dissolving nature. This accident would have been dangerous if it hadn't been for the fire alarm. Imagine if hazardous chemicals and factory waste would have made their way to the residential streets. It would have been dangerous for the locals, as these factory wastes contain harmful toxic contents. But thankfully, the roads of Santa Clara were lucky enough not to witness such a horrible sight. Dog's mysterious arrival. Imagine filming the final moments of a car race on a sound and quiet night. Filled with only intense drifting sounds, and suddenly, a new domain transports a dog in the middle of the racetrack. It is pretty absurd and strange, isn't it? In this video, a man recorded 2 cars in all their glory, and sparks drifting at full speed toward the alleged final line. The air is filled with excitement and the loud noises from their power engines. But as soon as the camera shifts its angle towards the other side, a dog comes out of nowhere. The spectator defined it as a teleportation scene from some science fiction movie. To testify the validity of this scene, the man slowed down the video, focusing right on the dog. The dog suddenly appeared in the picture after one of the cars and ran across the road in the rush of events. It was indeed a peculiar sight. However, it couldn't be called teleportation or coming out of some other realm because it would be some trick of an AI. Chimpanzee last moments. The camera caught something mysterious and heart-touching. It was a very affecting video. It was a scene of a chimpanzee that was on her last breaths. It was a very sad moment taped by the camera. The chimpanzee was reuniting with its caretaker. The chimp was lying and its caretaker was rubbing its back. It seemed like that he was loving the chimp. He also gives the chimp to eat something. It was lying by closing its eyes. It suddenly opens its eyes to see its caretaker. Both the chimp and the caretaker were sad about it. The air was truly filled with sorrow and misery. The chimp was trying to hold close the man, it also rubbing its hand on the caretaker. Touching his face and holding the hand of caretaker seemed like that it was very sad on leaving him. It was a very deep, heart-touching misery mystery. The atmosphere was held up with sorrow. The man was also sad about it. It made all the people sad and utterly worried after seeing this. Adorable danger. Sometimes animals can give you a hard time, and peaceful situations can take the worst turns. A similar video is circulating over the internet in which a woman was sitting comfortably at her front door porch when a group of cute raccoons came wandering down her alley. Raccoons are generally considered adorable and almost harmless. Yes, almost harmless. They started sniffing around the woman, mesmerized by their innocence. The woman began taking pictures of them. Soon, the woman got comfortable with these wild raccoons and started gesturing one of them towards herself. And at this point, things got out of control when the raccoon bit her finger, forcing her to drop everything and run inside her home. That's why it is advised, guys, not to get close to these wild animals, as you can catch rabies if you aren't vaccinated.
No! Oh my god. Okay.
Paranormal mystery. The shopping center security camera captured some puzzling events. In the video, a security guard was seen holding a faint light, surveying the area. He continued to look around, venturing into a well-lit area briefly, and then seemed to vanish for a moment. However, this disappearance was likely due to the distant glow of the light. The video took a terrifying turn when the guard was struck by an unseen force. In the far corner of the screen, something hit him with great force, and he fell to the ground. Spectators rushed to his aid. Later, he was pushed again by an inexplicable and formidable power, but he valiantly resisted it. This paranormal sighting in a public place left spectators in sheer horror. The guard was convinced that something beyond the realm of normalcy had struck him. He adamantly claimed that it was not a matter of doubt, but the work of a paranormal spirit. Many people believed in this mysterious presence, and the video seemed to corroborate their beliefs. Despite the chilling evidence, the true nature of the entity and its intentions remained shrouded in mystery. The incident sent shockwaves through the community, with fears that others might also be affected. The unexplained event in the shopping center left everyone with a sense of unease, and questions lingered about what had truly transpired and why it had targeted the security guard. Mysterious baby. In a spooky, dimly lit room, a tiny baby was playing all alone. But this wasn't just an ordinary baby. It babbled and giggled as though it believed someone else was there, even though the room was empty. The person recording felt a sense of unease in the air. This scene was not giving any good vibes to the operator. It is very uneasy. The baby seemed upset, crying out as if someone needed help. Nearby, there was a sad, broken chair. Then something odd occurred. The baby fell to the floor, legs flailing as if someone was causing it pain. The baby's cries filled the room, sending shivers down everyone's spines. It was a frightening, bone-chilling scene that scared everyone who saw it. Could there be something otherworldly happening? This video remains a puzzle, leaving us all wondering about the baby's fate. The air felt odd, as if it held hidden secrets. It was a deep, puzzling mystery that still remains unknown and puzzling. Unexpected predator victor. In a deadly encounter between a rattlesnake and a bobcat, who'd you choose if you were asked to bet on one? The venomous rattlesnake is known for its lethal and poisonous venom, but sometimes nature works contrary to our popular belief. A trail camera was set up by a bunch of hikers to record the mysterious wildlife of the dense forest. But little did they know that they would be witnessing the deadliest encounters of all time. In the video, a wild bobcat is roaming aimlessly through the dense forest, but those cautious eyes catch something mysterious slithering over a fallen log. The rattling sounds persuaded the cat to have a bite of this strange creature, and at the same time, the rattlesnake aimed at a big chunk of the meal. Within a few minutes, the battle started between the deadliest snake on Earth and a rather humble creature, a wild bobcat. Results are anticipated to favor the rattlesnake, but guys, one shouldn't take these cute creatures as polite and innocent. To our astonishment, the cat grabbed the snake by its sharp paws and attacked directly on its neck, giving it multiple blows in the same area to make its attack fatal. In no time, the snake surrendered and the cat was seen carrying the lifeless snake toward its hiding, proving that never take your cute cats as naive and poor little fellas. These can snap their target in the blink of an eye. Ghostly woods fire. Have you ever seen a jester playing with fire and pulling off lethal yet spectacular stunts? He amazes us with his beautiful and peculiar patterns, sometimes unimaginable tricks with fire, leaving his spectators in utter shock. Mother Nature can pull even greater stunts and the deadliest of tricks, unbelievable and unthinkable to the human eye, enough to make us jump out of our seats and wonder over the enigmatic nature of our worldly domain. Our natural world can sometimes act strangely sufficient to be called a mysterious realm. One such incident caught our attention when, deep in the forests of Portugal, a spectator captured some ghostly flames making strange waves and patterns amidst the burning forest. It seemed these flames were dancing over some rhythmic beat, hallucinating and inviting the wildlife into its trap, and then encroaching gradually over the entire woods. These unique swirls and blazes were enough to force the spectator to capture this strange sight. The atmosphere appeared as a demonic ritual, a devil's den, and a satanic cauldron. However, this occurrence serves as a reminder of nature's unpredictable forces, asking us to respect and protect our environment. Peculiar sights.
Yo, this isn't good. This isn't good.
Have you ever thought about renovating your house? Renovation might give your home an upgrade, but are you aware of underlying mysteries and dangers hidden behind the closed cemented walls, dilapidated leaking rooftops, and your basement could be a perfect place for such unwanted creatures? A similar incident took place when a reconstruction guy found something peculiar, almost out of this world while renovating a house. The video began with a man recording the hidden area lying underneath the rooftop. It was an old, worn-out place, as if it hadn't been in use for a long time. And to our astonishment, two unknown guests had captured this place all by themselves. These creatures looked like an owl by face, but their four limbs had something else to say. These creatures looked like aliens, unlike anything from the real world. However, the mystery lies in whether this discovery of such eerie creatures was real or another fake publicity stunt.
Yo, look at that. What is that?
Leopards Feast. Let us dive into the daring encounters of wildlife where anything can be preyed upon within a period. In one similar instance, a leopard was seen attacking an animal close to its own size. The leopard made no mistake hunting down the giant animal. It struck an adult capybara from behind the bushes, grasped it tightly by its sharp-pointed canines, and kept attacking him until the poor soul was lifeless. The capybara did try to fight off this vicious beast, but in the end, one had to be prey to someone, and it was Leopard's day to feast on this poor creature. Aliens Mystery. The video showed something really strange and scary. It looked like an alien. The air felt weird, full of questions. This alien was like something from a mystery story. It looked odd and made people uneasy. Its skin was very pale, and it looked skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video suggested they might be real. It was like a big puzzle. Was it really an alien? That's still a big question. It's a deep mystery that people are trying to figure out. This video might be proof that aliens are real, but we're not sure yet. It's all very exciting and puzzling. The video brought up a lot of curious thoughts. People wondered if it was really an alien or something else. It looked so strange and made everyone feel a little uneasy. The alien had a really pale skin and was quite skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling, like in a scary story. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video made it seem like they might actually exist. It's like a big mystery that everyone's trying to solve. Could this be the proof that aliens are real? It's all very exciting and confusing. Crypted Wheelchair. The camera recorded something very scary and mysterious. The air felt weird, full of questions. It made people uneasy. This cryptic video was recorded in a hospital. This horrible scene was captured by a security guard, and he uploaded it on social media. Some people informed us that we went off to the hospital for routine checkups where they noticed many paranormal things. The security guard of the hospital captured that the wheelchair was moving alone automatically with no one to support. No one was present here. This scene was looking so strange. It gave off a spooky feeling. There were some boys present in the hospital who were running with fear. This was really an exertion of a paranormal creature. The video brought up a lot of curious thoughts. People wondered if it was really a paranormal being or not. It is very doubtful that how this wheelchair was walking. Strange. It was a big mystery that everyone was trying to solve. It's all very exciting. Bear versus pigs battle. In a daring and surprising set of events, a wild intruder is seen speaking to the newly shifted members of the neighborhood. The enormous black bear sniffed across the forest and quietly walked towards the pig's cage. At first, the bear was seen taking the measurements of the cell, gauging the efforts required to climb this cage. And when it was satisfied with its plan of attack, it made its first attempt. The pig seemed oblivious to the whole situation, as no squeaking sounds were heard. However, after a few tries, when it was about to jump into the den, the pig shrieked at the bear in a deadly manner, which forced him to get out of their habitat at once. The cunning and hungry bear didn't lose hope and kept trying for another invasion. This time, it didn't let the pig get the better of him and jumped straight into the cage, attacking the pig. However, to its astonishment, the pig wasn't alone. Another vicious-looking pig aimed directly at the bear and rushed toward him in an attacking manner. This forced the bear to jump out of their cage and never disturb them again. It's a reminder of the fantastic ways animals can band together to protect themselves and their territory. Indonesian Ghost. Imagine enjoying your vacation in Indonesia, and one day you wake up to strange noises of people outside your hotel. Upon further looking into the situation, you catch yourself looking at an eerie-looking creature gradually walking past the mountainous region. One such incident was recorded by the spectators in a mountainous area of Indonesia. The video began with confused spectators staring at a hilly landscape surrounded by trees. Still, as we look more closely towards the hilly terrain, we'll look at a strange shadow. This substantial black shadow appeared from nowhere in the hilly area. This peculiar sight made the viewers mesmerized as everyone was busy capturing this mysterious scene. The colossal shadow had a visible form and structure with distinct limbs. Many speculated the shadow as the infamous Bigfoot, but the blurred figure wasn't enough to call it the Bigfoot. Within a few minutes, the creature disappeared into thin air, as if it escaped through some mystique door into the realm of the unknown. This event raised many questions about the peculiar nature of our world, and some spectators frowned upon this incident, calling it a publicity stunt. Woodpecker and Hot Waters. Remember guys, on your bad days, even the things you're good at might give you a headache and can lead you into hot waters. In this video, a bird can be seen stuck in the tree by its beak. And you know what's surprising? This is no ordinary bird. It's the famous woodpecker who somehow got its beak plunged forcefully into the tree's bark. Woodpeckers are famous for drilling holes inside the bark of the tree with their incredible poking ability with their beak. But this poor soul might be going through a tough day. However, in no time, the bird was saved by a man. And then it flew away to poke some other trees. Man versus Jaws. We have another thrilling video about these wild encounters, so you know that it is life-threatening to disturb these savage predators, as things could get sour very quickly. In this thrilling video, a man can be seen waddling the tail of an enormous crocodile. I don't know how he managed to go even near that ominous predator, let alone manhandling that giant tail. The fearless man didn't stop there. He patted that vicious crocodile who could have swallowed the man in a single bite. A similar thing happened when the man started patting his back. The crocodile shifted his head, opened his mouth wide apart, and attacked the man. Luckily, the man managed to escape from the nerve-wracking situation. Mysterious home. In this spooky video, the camera captured a very mysterious or scary sight. This curious video was recorded by a CCTV camera in a home that is pointed toward home's backyard. In a home, the family living in a home was dealing with a number of unexplained disturbances in the home. They were thinking that it could be the work of neighborhood kids or perhaps criminals. Then they decided to install security cameras. The footage camera captured the presence of supernatural creatures. It was floating in air like a substance. It seemed like it was a spiritual creature. The air was truly full of enigmatic or thrilling. This was a very spine-chilling scene that was recorded in footage. It makes everyone terrified in home. It was difficult to say that what this family was dealing with was clear that it was not from this world. We say that the family was not interrupted by neighbors' kids. It was something really paranormal. The family contacted with a team of paranormal investigators to rescue from this supernatural creature, but we do not hear about the case. It was still a deep mystery that was still unknown. The cryptic coyote. In a dark forest, a camera captured a strange scene that felt both spooky and sad. The air held a strange feeling, making people worry. The atmosphere was weird. In the picture, a small deer stood, looking innocent, facing a mean coyote. The coyote, following its instincts, chased the deer with strong determination. The deer looked scared, running away, the coyote right behind. Suddenly, the chase ended sadly. The coyote caught the deer, biting its soft skin. The deer felt sharp pain, its legs moving wildly, a painful struggle on the ground. This scene without words told a story anyone could understand. It reminded us of nature's tough side. The harshness, clear in the wild setting, left a strong memory. For a moment, we saw how life and death work together in nature. This picture, simple yet powerful, left a sad feeling in anyone who saw it. The little deer was very frightened, and on the other hand, the coyote was stone-hearted. It showed us the harsh reality of nature, where survival can be cruel and unforgiving. Diving bell spiders. Unraveling the marvels of our worldly domain in this video, we're going to witness the weirdest type of spider ever to inhabit Earth. The specialty of these spiders lies in their unusual habitat. These spiders are not land dwellers. Instead, they survive in an aquatic habitat. These strange spiders can live up to 24 hours underwater. Isn't it fascinating? They have this ciliated hair over their abdomen to trap air bubbles over the water's surface, thus enabling them to breathe underwater. Another peculiar feature that sets them apart from normal spiders is their ability to create elaborate underwater homes, resembling silvery bubbles by collecting air and making silk out of it. Attached to submerged plants, these silken chambers act as both homes and nurseries for their offspring. These 8-legged creatures have exceptional preying abilities even underwater. They dwell upon small insects and aquatic animals to feed their needs. In short, these aquatic spiders serve as shining examples of nature's brilliant adaptations, illuminating the diversity of life and the wonders of evolution in the rich fabric of the animal kingdom. Alien settlement. Do you believe in aliens? If not, this video will surely make you question your decisions and force you to think about the inexplicable vastness of the oceans. As per evidence, most of the ocean is unexplored due to its vastness and immense depth. Hence, many deep-sea species are yet to be discovered. In this video, a sea explorer caught some intriguing scenes from underwater scenery that appeared strange to the average human eye. The sea diver caught clear footage of some alien-colored green colonies inhabiting the surface of the vast sea. These colonies looked like sea sponges, but they appeared to be less dense and airier, giving an outlook of an alien-like settlement. There's a possibility that these colonies might be of some new species of sea sponges, unknown to humans until now, or they can be some weird type of seaweed inhabiting the sea land. The video takes an unfamiliar route, leaving the viewers to decide about these underwater colonies. Do you guys think it's an alien settlement, or is it just some boring seaweed that turns strange green due to the severe pollution in our seas? Slippery escape. Snakes are known to be one of the swiftest land dwellers who slither towards their prey in the blinking of the eye. Though it's easy to catch a snake if you're a pro and follow your guidelines. Sometimes even the tiniest snakes can give you a tough time. In this video, a man wrapped a collar around a small snake. The collar was made of wire to catch the snake. As the man tried to cover the trap around its neck, it disappeared into thin air, freeing himself from the shackles of wildlife hunters. Shooting star. Let me take you guys on a cool celestial journey under the starry night where dreams become reality and the heavenly bodies hug the earth at its horizon. This spectacular phenomenon was caught on camera at 11:57 p.m. when a shining and glazing streak occurred over the sky. It was not an ordinary shooting star, as the lightning streak it made was so bright, almost like a firework. This beautiful sight was witnessed over Mount Waverly on a quiet night filled with darkness. This awe-inspiring sight of a meteor swimming gradually across the vast black sky, leaving behind its enormous fireworks, was enough to be completely mesmerized by these stellar objects. Unseen creature encounter. In the deep dark forest, a camera caught something really weird and mysterious. It felt strange and gave everyone a little scare. It made people wonder what on earth it could be. Then the camera saw Gollum, a peculiar figure giving everyone curious, creepy chills. This Gollum was a super mysterious, spooky creature you usually only read about in books. But here, someone took a photo of it in the forest. That made everyone start to wonder if Gollum might actually be real. They looked really scary and strange. Their teeth were like goblins, and they had wet skin and little pieces of bat wings. Their appearance was confusing, with big, round, pale eyes, and they were as dark as the deepest night. They were also really skinny. This creature was a huge mystery. People couldn't decide if it was actually real or just something from stories. The answer was still a secret, waiting to be discovered like a hidden treasure in a fairy tale. It left people wondering what it could be. Bears dance. Once a camera stumbled upon a truly adorable scene. Imagine a peaceful park, green grass stretching as far as the eye could see. At the center of it all, there stood a delightful creature, a bear. Some called it a panda, right by a sturdy pole. At first, this fluffy star looked around with innocent eyes filled with wonder. The gentle breeze rustled the leaves above, and sunlight painted everything in a warm golden hue. But then, something enchanting happened. As if by magic, the bear started to dance. Not just any dance, mind you, but a dance that oozed cuteness and wonder.
Oh, that is hilarious. I have to put a song with that.
It swayed to an unheard tune, its furry paws tracing graceful patterns in the air. It twirled, spun, and even pulled off some twerks, like a true artist. The lucky onlookers couldn't help but smile. Their hearts brimmed with joy. The bear's dance was pure magic. It spoke of happiness and freedom, telling a story that everyone could understand. The dance continued, holding everyone in its spell. The bear's hands moved with surprising elegance, and its whole body seemed to dance in tune with the universe. It was a moment of sheer, unadulterated happiness. Language didn't matter. It united people in joy. In the end, it didn't matter if this bear was called a panda somewhere else, or that it lived in a world of grass and poles. What mattered was the universal language of happiness it spoke through its dance. It touched the hearts of all who were lucky enough to witness it. This, my friends, was a moment to cherish forever. A strange figure at the bottom of the sea. Diving deep into the vast and enigmatic depths of our oceans, an enthralling video surfaced over the internet that raised my questions about the horrifying encounters one might expect at the bottom of the sea. In this video, the deep-sea divers found a holy thing in the depths of the sea. This sacred thing was nothing but the statue of Jesus Christ wearing a cross symbol. The strange thing about this statue was its presence at the very depth of the sea. This could either be a part of some shipwreckage that might have fallen prey to the deadliest waves of the ocean, or some luggage ship dropped in on its voyage. Upon further speculations by marine biologists and archaeologists, it was confirmed that this statue trails down to 1956. It was built by a couple in loving memory of their dear son. However, over time, it plunged into the water, becoming a tourist destination for many deep-sea divers. It was a very creepy sight, especially in the vastness of the sea brimmed with deadly creatures. A giant salamander. Giant salamanders look like a hybrid between a fish and a reptile, but contrary to common beliefs, they are giant amphibians dwelling in an aquatic habitat. In similar events, a pretty unusual video was circulating on the internet, making headlines as a strange phenomenon was captured in it. The footage began with the dull sight of a river surrounded by tall trees. A man shot the video through a phone camera as a man with a large stick can be felt in the rear view. As the man starts focusing on the edge of the river, a distinct image can be seen forming at the bank of the river. The creature had only its head peeking through the river, while the rest of the body was thought to be submerged in the river. Its head was huge, giving the appearance of a giant salamander. Moreover, the massive head was covered in mud, and only a pair of eyes could be seen glaring at the spectator. The man tried to disturb it with his giant stick, and after a few blows, it dived back into the river, leaving us all in great misery. Now the question arises whether this creature was a giant salamander or an undiscovered species that had finally made its appearance. Do let us know in the comments. A hybrid between a horse and an elephant. On our bucket list, there's another strange creature that I'm sure most of you haven't heard about at all. Imagine an animal that's like a mix between a horse and an elephant, but with its unique charm. That's a tapir for you. The thick woods and grasslands of Southeast Asia, Central America, and South America are home to these fantastic creatures. In this video, a man can be seen tickling this amiable creature, making it laugh to its fullest. You can surely hear those cute little laughing snores this tapir is making. Being giant in magnitude, these animals have calm and composed attitudes, and they seem to love human company. So next time someone asks you about indigenous animals, remember to mention water giraffe turtles and these walking fossil tapirs. Lion in a circus. I'm sure all of you have seen Madagascar, the movie where Alex the lion used to perform different stunts in a zoo to gain the attention of its spectators. A similar kind of video is circulating over the internet, where a lion stunned many observers with its cunning and vicious move. The video began with a crowd hovering around a fenced cage in vast fields. Within the fence boundary, a big lion was walking around a giant pole. Looking further into the video, it seemed like a massive piece of meat was tied on the bar to make the lion climb up the wooden pole to snatch its feast and simultaneously entertain its spectator. Guys, guess what? This trick worked. The lion climbed over the pole, tore apart the whole chunk of meat, and came down swiftly while gaining all the applause from its spectators. Giant ape. In the heart of a dense dark forest, a camera captured an eerie and enigmatic sight. It sent shivers down everyone's spine. The camera lens revealed a colossal ape concealed behind a tree, its massive form obscured by scattered leaves. The operator recorded from a safe distance, the air thick with an uncanny atmosphere. This was no ordinary ape. It towered far beyond the usual size. Its visage was a ghastly amalgamation of fear and peculiarity. Suddenly, the colossal creature bolted towards the operator. The cameraman sprinted, his phone tumbling to the forest floor. With haste, he retrieved it, heart pounding. The spectacle was one of unearthly proportions, and for the cameraman, it was an encounter with the supernatural. The revelation was a profound mystery, an enormous ape far removed from the ordinary. The video, a testament to this bewildering encounter, left viewers and the cameraman alike in a state of bewilderment. The forest depths held secrets beyond imagination, and this colossal ape was just the beginning of an otherworldly tale. Man or the Swing. In this eerie video, we see a man in a nighttime park where a swing mysteriously sways without anyone near it, creating a creepy setting. Oddly, the man remains strangely calm and unmoved, even in this unsettling situation. When another person arrives to document this paranormal event, the first man inexplicably disappears from the video, intensifying the enigma and fear. With many questions left unanswered and various explanations in mind, we're left contemplating the real essence of this encounter, filled with suspense and uncertainty. Unexplained Shadows. The video describes an enigmatic incident that was caught on a dash cam in Maine, USA. Driving at night, Chef Cook had a terrifying incident when he saw a shadowy black person cross the road in front of his vehicle. This mysterious figure may be racing across the street in the unsettling video footage. There are several cemeteries near the vicinity of the encounter site, and there is conjecture that paranormal activity and these spirits are related. The video doesn't, however, offer conclusive proof to support this. The identity of the creature or figure that crossed the road still leaves many people wondering. The video also highlights comparable occurrences in other locations, such as the multiple ghostly Bearing Point Cemetery in Salem, Massachusetts, and the Colonial Park Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, where witnesses have reported seeing odd, shadowy creatures. These reports of strange sightings and unexpected encounters heighten the mystery and interest in the paranormal and unexplained realms. A wild run chase. Wild forests have always been a hub of peculiar and deadliest encounters, ranging from lethal battles between strange animals to running chases down. One such unbelievable hunt scene was caught on a trail camera mounted on the tall trees of central Alberta, Canada. The video began with a breathtaking sight of a hilly forest surrounded by sky-high trees. Indeed, a tranquil-looking atmosphere. Amid this serenity, a band of beautiful horses was marching gradually through the woods. To witness these beautiful wild horses of Alberta is truly a lifetime experience. These luscious horses of all sizes were wandering freely in the vast forest. But guys, hold on to your chairs, as there's an element of surprise in this video. The video turned dark when far in the woods, a black grizzly bear could be seen following the band of horses. The Alberta horses were galloping towards their stable to protect themselves from this vicious bear. The camera recorded them from two different angles, and the bear seemed to be in a rage, sprinting blindly to the galloping of the horse. However, there is the tiniest bit of hope that the horses would have been saved by their shepherd, or they managed to escape into some hiding. Mysterious grizzly bear encounter. One sunny day, something mysterious happened. A man was in his car, and he had a secret plan. He wanted to give food to a huge grizzly bear, a wild animal that doesn't follow our rules. The man hidden in the car's shadow seemed to be looking for adventure, or maybe just having fun. He reached out of the car's window with something for the bear. Then something shocking occurred. The grizzly bear, with its wide jaws, acted swiftly. It grabbed the offering with incredible precision. This was scary for the man, and he was full of fear and excitement. It felt like a life and death moment. The bear was so close it could have swallowed not just the food, but the whole hand. In a moment that seemed to last forever, the man's survival instincts kicked in. He started the car and sped away, narrowly escaping the bear's grasp. The video left everyone with questions. What made the man do such a daring thing with a wild animal? Was it bravery, a desire for adventure, or something we can't understand? This strange event happening in the bright light of day is a puzzle. It reminds us that mysteries exist in the wild just beyond our safe everyday world. These mysteries can be thrilling, but they might never be fully explained. Mysterious sea creature. On a sunny day, a strange thing from the deep sea showed up in a video. A person who was swimming at a peaceful beach found it. This thing was really odd. It looked like a huge worm. It clung to the person's hand and moved in a mysterious way. It made people question what it could be. No one knew for sure. It remains a big mystery. People saw the video online and talked about it. They had lots of ideas about what this strange creature might be. Some thought it could be a long, snake-like sea creature from the deep ocean. Others wondered if it was a creature that had been around for a very long time. Maybe even from the time of the extinct creatures. Some even thought it might be something from another world. But even with all these ideas, nobody really knew the truth. Experts and regular people couldn't figure it out. They couldn't find any answers in books or from scientists. This creature didn't fit into any category. It was just a big mystery. This mysterious sea creature left everyone with questions, and those questions spread far and wide. It reminded us that our world still holds many secrets, things we don't understand. Some mysteries may never have easy answers, and that's what keeps us curious and makes the world an intriguing place. Real-life mermaid discovery. A camera in Minnesota captured a strange sight on the beaches, and it was undeniably eerie. In the footage, there were two men, both with their heads covered in yellow dreadlocks, walking down the hill towards the beach. One of them was clutching a piece of cloth tightly in his hand. As they reached the shore, one of the men ventured into the water, disappearing briefly before re-emerging with something in his grasp. As the video continued, the waves seemed to grow stronger and more turbulent, making it difficult to see what the men had found. The person behind the camera zoomed in, hoping to get a clearer view of the mysterious object.
Looks like I pulled something out of the water. Must be the thing I was looking at.
It was something green or blue, and it could have been a sea creature or perhaps something else entirely. Driven by curiosity, the man decided to get closer to the two individuals. His steps brought him within earshot, and what he saw was nothing short of astonishing. There, lying on the beach, was a figure with the body shape of a mermaid. It was green in color and appeared lifeless. The mermaid, a mythical creature often relegated to the realm of fairy tales, now lay before them in reality. It was a chilling and shocking sight. The question on everyone's mind was whether this was indeed a mermaid or merely a human with a mermaid-like appearance who had met a tragic fate in the sea. Speculations were rife, but the truth remained hidden, perhaps obscured by authorities. Nevertheless, the capture of this enigmatic figure on the beach left a profound impact, blurring the lines between fantasy and reality. Mysterious venomous encounter. In a lonely, rocky place under the hot, unyielding sun, something strange happened. A camera, almost guided by an unseen hand, focused on a sight that made no sense. In this dry, barren land, a dark and ominous creature slithered. It was like a living shadow, absorbing all the light around it. With a sinister intent, it reached for a defenseless crab. The crab, driven by pure instinct, fought desperately to escape its impending doom. But with each passing moment, it became clear that the crab's struggle was futile. The dark creature coiled around it, hungry and relentless. It clung to the crab as if it wanted to devour it whole. If there were any spectators, they remained hidden among the rocky maze, watching in silence. They felt a growing unease in their hearts as they witnessed this eerie scene. As the day dragged on, the mystery deepened. What summoned this malevolent creature to this desolate place? What wicked purpose did it serve? Was it an omen of doom or some alien force with an unknowable plan? The camera continued to capture this unsettling spectacle, leaving the world to ponder the dark forces at play in this hidden corner of the rocky wilderness. Here, in a land where answers were scarce, questions ruled, and understanding remained elusive. Wild Encounter at Sea Park. Would you ever let your child go near a wild sea animal without proper caution and care? The answer should be no, as these fantastic creatures take no time to harm you and your children and can leave you with irreparable damage. The video presented a scene of an alleged sea-themed park having various shows and sea animals. In the video, a sea seal can be seen performing gestures while a man tries to mount his daughter on the seal's back. Everything seemed normal, a cute picture day for the little one. But soon, things took a vicious turn. The seal suddenly snapped back at the poor child, frightening her for the rest of her life. Though the parents were quick enough to pull back their child, this video provides evidence for the untamed nature of these animals, and they can be harmful if left unobserved. Polar bear in the wild. Imagine yourself going for a camping venture with your friends deep in the thick mountainous regions surrounded by a sky-high forest, only to meet a snowy beast for your welcome. A scary event, isn't it? The video showed a spectacular sight of this daunting creature, a polar bear. Draped in all-white fur moving briskly through the woods, the bear had a colossal statue, with its pointed paws leaving behind the imprints of his existence. It is quite a rare sight to witness polar bears or grizzly bears in the mountains, as they keep themselves hidden far from human company. But sometimes they do make appearances. Polar bears are fierce and very dangerous, but simultaneously they are a beautiful and rare sight. Mysterious Sasquatch skull discovery. In an old dark forest, a group of friends set out on an adventure that left them forever puzzled. The sun was setting, casting long shadows on the twisted trees and bushes. Laughter turned into whispers as they stumbled upon something baffling. A skull partly buried in the mud. This was no normal skull. It didn't look like a bear's or a human's. It was strange, like it came from the depths of the wilderness.
Buried under mud in a log fall down the side of a river. Like, we should look and see if there's other bones.
Gathering around this eerie find, their voices shook with curiosity and fear. One of them, a firm believer in the supernatural, dared to say, "It looks like a Sasquatch skull." The legend of the elusive Sasquatch, a creature often talked about in campfire tales, had always intrigued them. Finding a skull that might belong to this legendary beast was beyond their wildest dreams. Rumors spread like wildfire, people speculate wildly, and the ancient trees seemed to murmur their own secrets. Was it a clever hoax designed to bewilder and amaze, or did this skull mark the existence of something unknown to humanity? As time went by, the mystery deepened and the skull remained an unsolved puzzle hidden in the heart of the forest. Despite the efforts of experts and the world's curiosity, the truth stayed out of reach, slipping through the fingers of those who sought it. The forest kept its secrets, guarding the mystery of the skull like a sentinel. And so, in the dappled light of that ancient forest, a riddle was born. A riddle that would haunt the dreams of those who ventured there, forever wondering about the enigmatic skull.
I can't really explain anything else.
Well, we're going to definitely take it back with us.
We should call someone.
Cryptic Dog Man haunts woods. In a forest filled with sunlight, hidden away from curious eyes, a dark and unsettling mystery unfolded before an unsuspecting camera. Though it was daytime, there was an eerie air about the place. Amidst the tall, whispering trees, an oppressive silence reigned, only interrupted by the soft rustling of leaves and distant animal sounds. No human dared approach, for they felt an unnatural presence. Then, as if summoned by the very essence of the woods, a nightmarish creature emerged. A dog man, not quite canine nor entirely human. Its fur was tangled in darkness, and its eyes were like endless voids devouring all light. But why had this entity ventured into this remote forest, where humans seldom trod? The camera, an unwitting witness, captured the dogman's malevolent presence. It lingered among the trees, fixed on the lens with an unsettling intensity. Without answers, an unsettling feeling hung in the air. How did this dogman come into existence? What drove it to focus on the camera with such malevolence? The mysteries were as deep as the forest shadows, leaving those who saw the footage in fear. As the sun continued its relentless journey across the sky, casting eerie shadows, the dogman remained. its secrets locked away in its grotesque form. In the heart of the woods, it remained an enigmatic guardian of a sinister realm, where questions dared not to venture, and terror ruled the daylight hours. A mule deer. The camera had caught a mysterious clip. It was recorded in far-off distance. It seemed like it was in a sandy area. The camera had noticed the presence of a mule deer, also called buck. It had antlers like a fork. Usually they use their antlers or horns as a weapon to fight with their competitors. They are very wild and untamed, and very large in size. It was moving with jumps from one place to another. Suddenly, an uncanny or curious scene happened. The mule deer that was moving, its one side fork-like antler, fell down on the ground. It was detached from its head. This was a very uncanny and strange scene that how was it possible? It was hold on with one side antlers. This was a very mystical creature the camera had shown this being many times, with this broken antler. It was a deep, great mystery that the camera had captured which was still unknown. Terrifying dashcam encounter. Many viewers may feel uneasy after watching the video, which shows a scary incident caught on a dashcam in a remote location. The person in the car claims that although it looks like a scene from a horror film, it was actually an authentic experience. A four-legged monster sprints towards the vehicle in the video and jumps on top of it. Obviously, the man in the car was afraid and thought he might be in danger. The creature moved on all fours and was described as having chimpanzee-like movements, but it is still unknown what animal it was. The experience brings to light a long-standing fear many people have when they come into contact with animals with human and animal characteristics. The term anthropomorphism, which is used to characterize entities with traits of both humans and animals, causes this fear. The video intensifies the mystery and anxiety surrounding encounters with such enigmatic and unsettling creatures, and it begs the question of what this man may have caught on his dashcam, although the creature's true nature and identity are still unknown. Camel's prickly palate. Have you ever wondered how camels eat prickly desert vegetation without getting sore mouths? It's all because of their incredibly hard palate. You know, camels have this peculiar feature that serves as a shield of protection at the top of their mouths. They can chew their food entirely without facing the risk of getting hurt because of their hard palate. Think of it as their lips' natural armor. Therefore, these hardy animals can consume harsh, thorny plants in the desert with ease and effectiveness. Camels have several exciting adaptations that help them survive in the harsh desert. This is only one of them. It's impressive how well nature equips its species for survival. A giant floating balloon.
That is a big animal.
Well, I was asking for an octopus.
Yeah.
You might have seen many octopuses floating across the ocean, spreading their tentacles around, but have you ever witnessed them performing tricks with their tentacles? One such spectacular video surfaced over the internet, capturing the beauty of a giant octopus at the very depth of the ocean. In the video, an unusual kind of octopus made its appearance. The octopus had an orange-colored body with long iridescent tentacles that were swaying freely in the ocean. The octopus was creating amazing patterns with tentacles, wrapping them around its body, stretching them across their length almost like a floating balloon with a giant head dancing in the depths of the ocean.
Yeah, he seems a little
That's fantastic.
unnerved.
I wish we could see the other end.
Oh my gosh.
Mysterious Midwest Cyclops skull. One autumn day in the Midwest, something incredibly strange happened. Imagine a vast field of golden farmland where the corn stalks swayed in the breeze. In this serene setting, an eerie discovery sent chills down spines and left everyone baffled. Hidden among the rolling fields was an enormous skull, but it was like no skull anyone had ever seen before. It resembled a human skull, but there was something nightmarish about it. Right in the middle of the forehead, it had only one eye socket, giving it a monstrous appearance. It seemed like a bizarre blend of human and creature. People couldn't make sense of it. It didn't fit the mold of a dinosaur or any known animal. It defied all attempts at categorization, leaving everyone in awe. Scientists, intrigued and daring, suggested a wild theory. They proposed that it might be the skull of a cyclops, a creature from ancient legends known for its single powerful eye. They imagined that this cyclops' two eye sockets had merged into one monstrous hollow in the skull's center. But even this bold idea didn't provide all the answers. As rumors and theories spread across the land, one thing became crystal clear. The true identity of this colossal skull remained an unsolved mystery. Was it from an unknown species, a foreboding sign of hidden terrors beneath the earth, or perhaps a harbinger of secrets yet to be uncovered? In the heart of the Midwest, this gigantic skull stood as a testament to the mysteries that sometimes lurk beneath the calm exterior of our world, inviting us to unravel their secrets, filling us with a never-ending sense of wonder and unease. Mysterious buck rescue. In the daytime, something mysterious happened deep within a calm forest. Two large bucks, their antlers tangled together like an old puzzle, were trapped in a strange, painful grip. It seemed like nature had played a cruel hand on them, and the world watched in silence. One of the bucks hung lifeless, partly eaten, hinting at a brutal encounter with a wild predator. Whispers in the forest suggested fierce battles had unfolded here. Perhaps a fierce bear had taken down the fallen deer, but the truth stayed hidden, a secret locked in the woods. The surviving buck, though alive, bore the marks of agony in its eyes. It struggled relentlessly, trying to break free from its antler prison. Each attempt sent shivers through its strong body. Its future was uncertain, hanging in the balance. As the forest mysteries thickened, a team of scientists entered the scene. They carried tools and determination, stepping into nature's grand theater. A menacing drill machine glistened in their hands, a symbol of humans intruding into the wild. With care and precision, one biologist began cutting the antlers of the fallen buck. It was a delicate act, a dance between life and death, survival and sacrifice. As the antlers fell away, the surviving buck sensed freedom approaching. The forest seemed to hold its breath, as if honoring this moment. After a long and challenging struggle, the buck was finally set free. With newfound freedom, it sprinted away into the woods, disappearing like a ghost in the wild.
He lives now.
Biologists could only watch, filled with wonder and questions. The secrets of this secluded glade would forever remain a puzzle. The forest had offered a glimpse into its enigmatic heart, a reminder that life and death intertwined within its depths, concealed in mysteries beyond human understanding. Jungle Bridge Surprise. Walking through the mountains is a fun sport, but it can become even more exciting and dangerous if the forest residents come to welcome you. The video began with a family walking through a swinging bridge deep in the forest. They had their children along with them through this dangerous trail. Little did they know that this bridge was a swinging rope for the monkeys of this forest, and soon they were welcomed by a giant orangutan swinging through the rope bridge, passing like a gymnast from above their heads, adding more thrill to an already daunting journey.
Duck! Oh my goodness!
Nature's power play. Behold the cruel and captivating nature of the animal kingdom. Witness a fierce encounter where a baby bear is attacked out of nowhere by another bear, leaving it vulnerable and clueless. This is a stark reminder of the brutal and unrelenting realities of nature. But what's equally intriguing is the appearance of a third bear, watching the conflict from a distance. Whether a member of the same bear community or simply a bystander, the spectator observes the mighty power play with keen interest. It's a stark reminder of the circle of life, where harsh natural forces and survival instincts collide with brutal force and leave us unsettled.
Coming onto that territory.
Oh no.
Oh,
He's gonna kill him.
Mystery of Giant Snake. The video showed that the small community was shocked when they found a snake skin as big as a truck. It was a strange sight, and rumors spread about a gigantic snake with a head the size of a softball. The confusion grew when local police discovered a massive snake near a beaver area, estimated to be 10 feet long. What made this even stranger was that no native snakes in the area were known to eat beavers. People in the community started calling this snake Wessie and believed it was a Burmese python that had once been someone's pet. But how it ended up in the wild there remained a mystery. Finding the shed snakeskin earlier only added to the mystery. Some thought it might have been placed there intentionally, raising questions about why someone would do that. Was it a prank, a trick, or something more sinister? The whole community became fascinated by Wessie. People from far away came to see the mysterious snake. There were reports of sightings, but it was hard to catch a glimpse of this enormous creature, making it even more mysterious. Local authorities tried to capture and move Wessie to a safer place because they were worried about the danger it posed to both animals and people. The story of Wessie, the giant snake with a strange appetite for beavers, became a symbol of mysteries that still exist even in today's world, showing that strange and unexplained things can still capture our imagination. Giant tortoises. Deep within a lush forest in a hidden spot that felt like it came straight from a fairy tale, something incredible happened. It was such a magical scene that even those who usually doubted the wonders of nature couldn't help but believe. Two enormous tortoises, unlike any you've seen, began a remarkable journey under the gentle touch of the sun. These tortoises were massive, with shells that seemed to carry the wisdom of ages. Every slow step they took displayed an extraordinary mix of patience and grace. The place looked like an abandoned garden deep in the woods, a quiet paradise where time took a break. There was a third tortoise just like them, moving at corner in silence. Their movements were calm, as if they had mastered the art of living life with peaceful composure. In the midst of this captivating show, caretakers as quiet as shadows watched over these amazing creatures with a combination of awe and respect. These people were lucky to witness something so rare, proving the beautiful connection between humans and nature. It remained a mystery how these incredible giants found this hidden place. Such creatures were usually spoken of like legends in whispers around campfires. Yet, here they were, their presence both astonishing and humbling. As the sun bathed the garden in its warm golden light, these extraordinary tortoises continued their leisurely journey, their large humps swaying gently with each step. In that enchanted forest, time felt like it stood still, and the world gazed in amazement, captured by the elegance of these extraordinary beings. Enigmatic highway creature. In this video, a confusing and unsettling incident involving a mysterious creature crossing a road in the United Kingdom is captured on camera by a dashcam. This thing, which resembles no known animal at all, like a dog or a small deer, is seen crossing a highway, distracting drivers and possibly posing a threat to everyone on the road. The creature appears to have bent legs, according to several video analysts, which adds to the mystery. According to the video, the sighting is consistent with several local urban legends. Among these legends is the Beast of Bodermoor, a large and mysterious wild cat-like creature that has supposedly been sighted in the area for many years. Another urban legend in the area is that of the Black Shuck, a big black dog with glowing eyes who's rumored to wander the countryside. The true identity of the creature seen in the video is still unknown, and viewers are still left perplexed and uneasy by it despite these legends. In the video, the viewer's imagination is left free to speculate about the nature of this creature and how it might fit into the local folklore and legends of the area. Mysterious Nightcrawler Chronicles. This video talks about the strange creature that has been making people wonder since 2007, the Fresno alien. It is also known as the Fresno Nightcrawler. The beast has a petite body resembling a pair of walking pants and two long, slender legs. Its existence is still unknown, and it is known to only appear at night in remote locations. More recent footage of the Fresno nightcrawler, found in a desolate area of Billings, Montana, is shown in the video. The exact nature and origin of the Fresno nightcrawler remain a mystery despite numerous reports and images over the years. Believers are adamant that the creature exists, despite skeptics' attempt to dismiss sightings as hoaxes or the use of puppets of some sort. Surprisingly, a deer carcass was reported close to the spot where the most recent footage was taken, raising questions about the creature's possible diet and hunting techniques. This unique and mysterious creature, known as the Fresno nightcrawler, appears only at night in isolated areas, raising many unanswered questions. The video contributes to the lore and mystery surrounding this cryptid. The Tasmanian tiger. Have you seen the widely circulated colorized footage of the Tasmanian tiger? It's crazy. The thylacine, popularly known as the Tasmanian tiger, was declared extinct in 1936. But this film revives the species in a way that has never been seen colorized before. The thylacine can be seen in the video walking around a cage while showing its striped coat and strong jaw. It is much more intriguing due to the colorization, which highlights the animal's inherent beauty. Though it is painful to consider that we have lost such a magnificent animal, it also serves as a reminder of how technology may be used to bring the past to life. Haunted jaguar. The camera caught a very mysterious and haunted sight. The air was truly filled with enigma and uneasiness. The camera picked up the appearance of the jaguar in a river. There was a little part of dry area in the river where this haunted jaguar was standing. It was a very peculiar sight that happened here. This haunted jaguar was so wild that it seemed like it was standing here in search of the haunting. It was so wild, having black spots on all of its body. The peculiar sight is that there was also a crocodile near the jaguar. The jaguar suddenly caught the crocodile. It was yearning with the pain. It also tried to escape from the jaguar, but it caught the crocodile firmly. It dragged away the crocodile by passing from the sea. It grabbed it from its neck so its mouth was opened utterly. It was a very cryptic scene. At least the cruel jaguar dragged the crocodile to the dry land. Then, it tightly bites the crocodile's neck by its sharp teeth, and after a while, the crocodile was killed by the jaguar. It was a very haunted and eerie scene. This was a deep and great mystery that was captured by the camera in that river. Mysterious mermaid discovery. Long ago, there was a mysterious video that revealed a strange secret from ancient times. It spoke of a mermaid, a creature both revered and feared, found many, many years ago. People of that time thought this mermaid had magical powers that could cure even the worst sicknesses. They treated it like a god, a symbol of hope in a world filled with mysteries. But as time passed, the truth behind this mermaid started to unravel. It turned out to be a weird and eerie creation, like something from a nightmare. It seemed to be made up of different parts, a monkey's body crudely sewn into a fish's tail, and some even believed it had human hair and nails attached to it. This creepy mermaid, only about 12 inches long, was kept hidden away in a temple in Okayama Prefecture. It was like it was locked inside a secret box, away from anyone who wanted to know if it was real or just a strange tale. Scientists couldn't resist the mystery either. They used DNA tests to find out what this creature really was. The results were baffling because it looked like two creatures from Japanese stories. The amebes, mermaids with beaks instead of mouths and 3 tails, and the ningyos, fish-like beings with human heads. Once people used to pray to this mermaid, but now it sat forgotten in the shadows. Its true nature remained a puzzle, a mystery that echoed through time. The mermaid, once a deity, had become an enduring enigma, a testament to how the human imagination can create strange stories and leave behind a puzzle that time can't solve. Shadowy nightmare unfolds. On a chilling, moonless night, a camera captured a scene that would send shivers down anyone's spine. Inside a room, darkness clung to every corner, like a sinister presence suffocating any hint of light. The girl who sought refuge in her bed was unaware that a sinister force was at play. The door slowly swung open, as if guided by invisible hands, revealing a foreboding figure. a shadowy man's shadow, dark and ominous. With deliberate malice, the shadow slinked along the wall, its form twisted and nightmarish. Those who gazed upon it felt an icy dread grip their hearts, an unexplainable fear that froze their very souls. The girl lay oblivious, a mere puppet in this macabre theater. In a grotesque display, the shadow extended its intangible fingers, methodically pulling away the girl's protective blanket. The comforting shield tumbled to the floor with a muffled thud, leaving her exposed to the encroaching horror. Suddenly, the room descended into madness. The girl, helpless and entrapped in this surreal nightmare, was drawn towards the gaping doorway. No human hand guided her. It was an unnatural force, as if the very room hungered for her. Her desperate cries echoed through the darkness, a haunting chorus of anguish begging for salvation. Yet the door remained sealed, imprisoning her in its malevolent clutches. There was no escape, no relief, only an unfathomable abyss consuming her existence. In that cursed room, darkness conspired with an unseen evil, blurring the boundaries of reality. No witness dared to intervene, for this was a horror that defied all explanation, a malevolent enigma destined to haunt their dreams eternally. Unexplained Barbados entity. The dashcam footage shows an enigmatic and peculiar creature emerging from the grass on the Caribbean island of Barbados. The video's uploader is looking for theories regarding the name and origin of this unidentified creature, which is still up for debate. Although there isn't any hard proof to support the legitimacy of the video, some people think that isolated remote locations are more likely to witness unexplained creature sightings. Although the exact causes of this phenomenon are unknown, several theories have been put forth to try and explain why this type of activity is more common in rural areas. In this case, you would have to choose between curiosity and fear if you were traveling through a rural area with nothing around you, and suddenly saw a strange creature emerging from the grass. To escape any danger or discomfort, you could decide to just step on the gas and drive away, or you could choose to move back and investigate the matter more. The video raises the intriguing question of how people might respond to an unexplained and potentially unsettling encounter in a remote location. Mysterious deer. The camera had recorded something very mysterious and cryptic. It was a very peculiar or strange scene. This scene was recorded in the woods where the two deer were statues. There was another alive heart real deer. It came near that of a statue deer. It judged that deer that was a statue. It laid over the deer. It was thinking that it was a real deer, so it makes interacting with it. It lays on the back of the deer and starts sniffing its neck. It was continuing in this work. Suddenly, the statue deer neck was broken. It was desperate from it. Then this deer knew that it was not a real one. It was just a statue, so it moved away from there. It was a great deep mystery how the deer considered the statue real. Speedy cheetah. The camera had captured a mysterious sight. It was a cherished fact of nature. This was a scene of a cheetah that was so fast and speedy. It was known as the world's fastest land animal. Their claws work rather like studs on football boots for extra grip when sprinting, while their long tail acts as a rudder that helps them make sharp turns while chasing the prey. In this video, the camera recorded the appearance of the cheetah that was so fast it was looking for its prey that was a deer. It had a look on deer. The cheetah was run fast before the deer. Then the deer ran to escape its life. The cheetah ran so fast it'd make a turn to caught it. The deer breath grew heavy, and its legs began to ache. The atmosphere was truly filled with enigma. It was a deep, suspicious mystery about the cheetah. It was not still revealed what happened with the anxious deer. Mysterious cage. The camera caught something very enigmatic and mysterious. The atmosphere was filled with uneasiness and fear. It was a scene of a man in a deep sea. It was in a glass cage. It dives into the sea to explore sea life. It was in the middle of the sea. The man was in the cage wearing a diving suit. Suddenly, a big shark appeared. It was hitting on the cage with heavy strength. The cage was juddering and the sea waves were forming. After a while, the glass cage was broken by a shark's head. It was a very menacing and cryptic scene. The man was toppled in the sea. He was very anxious and frightened. It swims very fast to save his life. It struggles to swim very fast. The shark was moved before the man. It was a deep and dangerous mystery taped by the camera. It was still not found out what happened to the man next. This was not revealed yet. Eerie spectral encounter. In the darkness of night, a camera captured something truly unsettling at a spooky, unfinished building. A group of people moved around in secrecy, hidden in the shadows. Their footsteps sounded eerie, and as the camera recorded, it revealed something beyond belief. Suddenly, behind the group, an eerie figure appeared. It was a frightening, thin man with a face so scary, it looked like it came from a nightmare. The camera captured this terrifying sight, etching it into our memories forever. This ghostly figure was a complete mystery, lurking in the dark with no explanation. It seemed to defy all logic, like something from another world. This eerie presence in the heart of darkness left everyone frozen with fear. A strange entity that no one could fully understand. Who was this mysterious wanderer, and why was it there in that abandoned construction site? The answer remained hidden in the unknown, a riddle that might never be solved. The night was filled with secrets waiting for only the bravest to uncover. Mysterious bear attack scene. In a freezing, lonely place, the camera saw something that gave chills. It was a world covered in pure white snow, with an eerie light in the daytime, but beneath that beauty, something dark loomed. There were young cows walking quietly in the snow, their breath visible in the icy air. Their gentle steps were silent, creating an eerie calmness. It felt like nature itself was holding its breath, not wanting to disturb this strange moment. Then, a gigantic bear suddenly appeared on the edge of the scene. Its massive fur-covered body cast a scary shadow on the snowy landscape. The bear wasn't here for peace. It was on the hunt, driven by the need to survive in this harsh place. Panic erupted as the peaceful calves turned into messengers of fear. They ran desperately, but the bear was relentless, taking down the smaller calves with a brutal hunger. The camera captured the tragic sight of the surviving calves, their eyes filled with fear as they fled into the distance, leaving behind a gruesome scene. One injured calf left behind by the others struggled to stand, but couldn't. In this dark moment, when hope seemed far away, a larger protective calf appeared. It approached the wounded one, as if moved by a natural sense of care. In that brief, special moment between these animals, it was clear that nature, despite its cruelty, held the capacity for unexpected acts of kindness. This sad and beautiful scene in the harsh winter wilderness reminded us of the complex and powerful nature of the natural world. Cryptid clowns. The camera captured a very mysterious and rare scene. It was a very peculiar moment on a desperate road when police were trooping on the road in their car. This scene was caught by a camera that was placed on a dashboard. The police officer's camera recorded something very strange. The camera recorded the appearance of the two cryptic clowns. They had slightest movement. They were looking very spooky and creepy. They were very rare in reality. They were not found much, so it was a very spooky scene of these clowns. They were looking very peculiar. One of the police officers came outside from the car. He pointed those clowns to go away from here.
Why don't you guys come up to this barrier right here? Go ahead and put your butts against it.
He pointed them with anger with no fear. Those two clowns were moving away from there in a very cryptic manner. They were moving slowly and slightly. It was a very unusual and uncanny way of their moving. They are looking very odd and cryptic. It was a great mystery that the police officer's camera had recorded. It was not found yet that they were real clowns or two men were wearing the clown's costume. It was not found still. Mysterious bobcat. The camera caught a peculiar and full of anxiety video. On a dark, spooky night, a bobcat was spotted here in front of the camera. It was recorded in a grassy field. This scene was really vibing very unease. The cat that was captured in the camera was moving here and there. It was very anxious and frightened, and moving with terror from place to place. Its tail was shaking with fear, the scene of this frightened bobcat manifesting that something was present here emitting the bobcat. It was actually a bobcat or wildcat having a brownish coat with black spots over the body. Suddenly, a peculiar scene happened here. The cat was misplaced from here, then a deer was found here instead of this bobcat. The air was filled with true enigma and doubts, like where this bobcat was gone, and what is the connection between the cat's anxiety and presence of this deer rather than the mystical cat. Strange. It was a deep, great mystery that the camera had recorded, which was not found or revealed yet. The air was filled with questions and queries. Is this a paranormal case or not? Still a big question. Cryptic gorilla. The camera had recorded a mysterious and charry act. The atmosphere was filled with amaze. It was a scene of some gorillas that were present in the farms. They were grazing. There were also 2 gorilla babies. On one side, one gorilla that was standing with its baby. The baby climbed up its back, and then mother gorilla and baby was walking away. Suddenly, another gorilla that was present here attacks the mother gorilla. It attacks the mother gorilla for no reason. They started fighting with each other. They rolled up on each other. Then, after a while, a big gorilla came here and stopped their fight. It stopped their fight by catching up the gorilla. The baby and mother gorilla were moved from there. It was a deep mystery how that responsible gorilla stopped the fight between its mates. It was really astonishing. Paranormal crocodile. The camera caught a peculiar and mysterious sight. The atmosphere is filled with mystery and enigma. In a river, there was a tree that had fallen here. There was an alligator that was practicing its death roll. Death roll basically was a technique where they rapidly spin their bodies while holding on to prey. This was a very weird and creepy scene. This rotational movement helped that crocodile to cut up and tear apart the prey by exerting tremendous forces like that, usually of a large prey. The death roll was believed to be effective for the crocodile to consume their prey. It was actually a rapid rotation of the longitudinal axis of the body. This scene gave uneasy vibes to the operator. The crocodile was looking very mysterious and cryptic. It was the deepest mystery ever. Everyone had a look on this crocodile which made everyone suspicious and eerie. Black bear attack on cam. In the heart of a remote estate snoozled, deep in the rugged nature, a curious man had set up a trail camera to capture the secrets of the timber that unfolded under the moon's silent eye. Unknown to him, he was about to witness a chilly scrape between nature's animals. One disastrous night, as the stars painted the sky, the man's trail camera came to life with a flurry of exercise. The screen flicked to reveal a majestic ebony-furred black bear cropping from the night. The bear was a true abstract of nature, its enormous presence casting a laying shadow in the moonlight. As the camera rolled, the bear's address shifted from curiosity to aggression. Its cognizance leveled and a low face rolled from its throat. In the span of a many heart-pounding moments, the tranquil night converted into a battlefield. With a powerful jab, the bear attacked on the camera, leaving a jarring image of its ferocious eyes and scraping teeth before the screen went dark. The trail cam had captured the momentary moments of a chilly black bear attack, a memorial that nature, in all its beauty and power, could be both astonishing, stealing, and dangerous. Oh no, witch? In a remote area of Saudi Arabia on a quiet and dark night, a group of police officers had a rather unsettling encounter. As they were patrolling the deserted road, they suddenly spotted a figure that sent shivers down their spines. At first, they saw a woman dressed like a witch. She wore a long, flowing white dress, and her hair cascaded freely around her. This eerie sight in the dead of night left the officers on high alert, and they watched from the safety of their locked vehicle. The stark contrast between the witch's appearance and the pitch-black surroundings created a surreal and spine-tingling moment. With a mixture of curiosity and apprehension, the police officers remained watchful, unsure of what this mysterious encounter might bring. Paranormal encounter. The camera caught a very mysterious and spooky sight. The air was truly filled with panic and agitation. It was recorded on a spooky and eerie night. The operator was alone in that old building. Here, the very peculiar scene happened with the operator.
Hello?
The lady was standing in stairs, and she was not moving like she was still standing. It was in the white clothing. It was a very spine-chilling scene. It made the operator very anxious and terrified.
Oh my god! What the is that?
It ran quickly at fast speed down the stairs. It was a very mystical scene. What was this? This fearful creature was looking very scary, which made everyone terrified with its eerie appearance. This was a deep mystery. Is this a paranormal being or creature or something else? It is not found still, and still it is a puzzle.
Oh my god! What the is that?
Mysterious crawling creature. The camera recorded a rare and mysterious scene. The air was filled up with questions. In this video, a group of tourists were stunned. It was never seen before. This cryptic being was very peculiar, crawling on the ground. It had a long, scaly body and a powerful tail.
He didn't find anything.
But the most peculiar and creepy thing that was seen was that it seemed to be missing the front limbs of this creature, or being. This creature was very rare. It also looked like an alligator, but it was situated on the sandy ground. Its powerful tail was shaking and rubbing on the ground as it was moving towards.
He didn't find anything.
It was a very mystical creature, or there is a very big mystery hidden behind. No one can find out what this was. The air was really filled up with many doubtful questions. It was not cunning what this was. Silent animal attacks revealed. In the wild, there are hidden stories of animals surviving in mysterious ways. There was a video that showed these secret battles of nature. It was a bit scary and revealed how animals quietly attack others to stay alive. The video had different parts, each showing a different way animals hunt quietly and without warning. Animals like deer, tigers, zebras, and even cats were featured. In one part, a deer was drinking from a calm river, but a sneaky crocodile was there underwater waiting patiently. Suddenly, it appeared and grabbed the deer, showing how nature can be cruel. In another part, a tiger stalked a zebra silently. The normal sounds of the wild were hushed as the tiger pounced on its prey, teaching us how fast and quiet these attacks can be. Even small cats were not spared from this video. It showed how they can be secretly aggressive, proving that even cute pets have wild instincts. This video is not for those easily scared. It gave a glimpse into the hidden side of nature where life and death are always close. It's a place where quietness often means danger, and the line between the hunter and the hunted can be very blurry. In this mysterious world, survival is all that matters. Lightning frog. Once upon a time, in the land of everyday life where things are usually quite ordinary, something strange happened. A camera recorded something mysterious that left people really confused and amazed. The video started by showing a regular door, like the ones we see every day. But as the camera moved down, it revealed a frog. This was no normal frog. Its body, which is usually green and brown, was shining brightly. It looked like it had swallowed something very unusual, making its body light up. People had all sorts of ideas about why this frog was so strange. Some thought it had eaten something weird, while others wondered if it was born this way. But no one had a definite answer. The video of this glowing frog spread all over the internet, and it made everyone curious. Some believed it was a spectral sign from nature, a reminder that there's still magic in our world. Others were just amazed at how beautiful and strange this frog was, but the frog story remained a mystery. No one knew where it came from or why it looked like that. So the glowing frog became a legend, a mystery that reminds us that in our everyday lives, there can still be extraordinary things that surprise and brighten our days. cryptic nightmare, paranormal terror. In a dark, abandoned house, a camera came to life, recording a terrifying scene that sent shivers down the spine. Its lens revealed something unimaginable. As the camera zoomed in, a horrifying figure emerged from the shadows. Climbing the creaky stairs with an eerie, twisted grace. It moved like a nightmare. Meanwhile, on a lonely, pitch-black road, a family found themselves swallowed by an unnatural silence that gnawed at their sanity. Then, the inexplicable occurred. The camera, their sole source of security, captured something beyond belief, but it was too late. The monstrous entity, once confined to the camera's frame, breached the bounds of reality, infiltrating their car. Fear took tangible form, and their terrified faces were illuminated by the screen's cold, flickering light, their screams echoing in terror. The recording documented their descent into madness, a dissonant symphony of pain and hopelessness. It was a nightmare that went beyond technology, etching itself into their very souls. No one could unravel the mystery of these unholy beings or discern their purpose in our world. They remained spectral enigmas born from darkness, concealed by the veil of the unknown. Ultimately, the camera provided no answers, only a chilling reminder that there exist realms beyond our understanding, lurking in the shadows, ready to shatter our fragile sense of security. The recording served as an eerie testament to the unimaginable horrors that lurk just beyond the edge of our reality. Dog on the road. On a cold winter day, a lone traveler was driving down a desolate road covered in a thick blanket of snow. The air was thick with secrecy, and the road stretched endlessly, winding through a mysterious landscape. As the traveler's car headlights cut through the darkness, they revealed a shadowy figure by the roadside. Intrigued by this eerie sight, the traveler pulled over, feeling a strange mix of fear and curiosity. There, under the pale moonlight, lay a creature that defied easy understanding. It looked like a dog, but it was unlike any dog the traveler had ever seen. This dog had fur the color of polished mahogany, but it was in a pitiable state. Its once strong body had wasted away to a skeletal frame, with its ribs jutting out like cryptic symbols etched onto its fragile form. The traveler, a kind-hearted person, couldn't bear to leave the mysterious creature alone in its sorry state. With great care, he picked up the dog and held it gently, as if it were a delicate treasure from another world. He wrapped the dog in a warm blanket and headed back home. As he drove through the biting cold, he couldn't help but wonder about the dog's unexplained presence in that desolate place. Upon reaching his destination, the man examined the dog. Strangely, there were no visible injuries or wounds on the dog's body. The mystery of how the dog came to be there and why it was in such a pitiful condition remained unanswered. Japan's horrific catastrophe. On March 11, 2011, a colossal catastrophe hit the shores of Japan's Pacific coast and destroyed everything in its wake. The alarming calamity was an intense tsunami that had ruined everything associated with it. The fences, cars, buses, trees, and even the houses were demolished by this gigantic wave. It was reported that an underlying earthquake generated this tsunami. This tsunami had a wave height of almost 40 meters in the Aiwei Prefecture. This deadly sight is an alarming sight of how vicious nature can be. Researchers concluded that an almost 2,000-kilometer stretch of Japan's Pacific coast was impacted by the tsunami. Water giraffe turtles. Imagine an eccentric world where animals like water giraffes and turtles come to life. Absurd, isn't it? However, it's no longer an imagination, as these creatures do exist. This video shows a peculiar sight of a water giraffe turtle, also known as a long-necked turtle. They got their name giraffe turtles due to their long, slender neck that moves and extends like a giraffe's neck, helping the creature to swim freely in the pond and breathe through the water's surface. This cute animal looks animated due to its wide-open eyes and funny face. Some might find it scary and dangerous, but these reptiles are so cute and adorable, straight out of Gumball's land. Coyote attack on deer. Once upon a time, in the heart of a thick, dark wood, under the alert glare of the moon, a dramatic and thrilling scene unfolded. It was a chilly night, and the timber was alive with mysterious rustlings and soft whispers of the wind. In this creepy stillness, an empty runner slipped, its sharp eyes flashing with expectation. As the night boosted, the runner's keen senses caught a faint sound in the distance. It was a deer, a graceful beast, ignorant of the lurking peril. The runner's instincts protested, and it began to stalk its prey with utmost covertness. The deer, with its delicate hooves and gentle eyes, grazed peacefully, fully unconscious to the impending pitfall. The runner moved closer, its satiny body blending with the murk. It watched, muscles curled, ready to spring into action. Suddenly, with a burst of speed and nimbleness, the runner dived towards the unknowing deer. The timber resonated with the startled cry of the deer as it desperately tried to escape. The chase was on, a heart-pounding race through the moonlit timber. In this nightly battle of survival, the runner's determination and cunning were wrinkled against the deer's speed and dexterity. The aftermath hung in the balance, a testament to the protesting laws of nature in the mysterious world of the timber at night. Tiny wild piglets. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a lush timber, there was a quiet world filled with bitty phenomena. It was a place where the secrets of the wild unfolded beneath the vigilant eye of a trail camera. One sunny autumn, as the camera stood still in the midst of swaying ferns and towering trees, it captured a mesmerizing spectacle. A family of bitsy wild piglets surfaced from the green, their bitsy hooves making soft rustling sounds on the timber bottom. These piglets, slightly larger than a sprinkle, were the actual substance of lovable. Their furs were a mottled mixture of earthy browns and gentle pinks, blending seamlessly with the dappled sun that filtered through the leaves. With curious snouts, they explored their world, bedding around for delicious morsels and rolling in the cool slush. Each bone had its own personality, displaying a unique blend of mischief and caution. Their mom, a sturdy spot, kept a close eye on her hell-raising seed, guiding them through the timber and tutoring them the ways of the wild. Her vigilant presence was a memorial of the delicate balance of nature. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the trail camera continued to capture the alluring capers of these bitsy piglets. It was a magical eye into a world where the small and the wild thrived, and the timber brooded its continuing stories to those who wanted to hear. Mysterious zoo anteater enigma. In a hidden place like a secret world, a camera recorded something strange. It was like a zoo, but not like any zoo we know. This video showed a big anteater. It looked like it belonged there in that special place. In the video, it seemed like the anteater was eating something. But when you first looked at it, you might think its front leg was the face of another animal. It was puzzling and made people wonder what they were seeing. At first, you couldn't tell what creature it really was, but if you watched closely, you figured it out. The creature was actually an anteater, and its front leg was playing tricks with your eyes. It was a very strange video that kept you guessing. This video revealed mysteries in a hidden zoo, and it made people feel amazed. It showed how nature can be tricky and how we can be fooled by appearances. When it ended, it left us feeling fascinated and wondering about the secrets of our world. Mysterious rescue. In a cold, snowy place, two big bucks were stuck because their antlers got locked together. They tried really hard to get free. It was like they were doing a strange, dangerous dance in the frozen quiet. Then a person who takes care of the park showed up. Maybe the play between the bucks called him. He swore warm clothes and looked serious. He had a powerful tool with him, a gun. It made the story feel even more interesting and strange. This person moved slowly towards the bucks, careful not to scare them. He pointed his gun very carefully. Then there was a loud noise. It felt like time stopped. The noise echoed through the cold air. The surprise came next. The shot from the gun did something amazing. It cut the buck's antlers and they were free. The thing that trapped them was gone in a flash. The camera caught this special moment. The bucks, now free, jumped away like they just woke up from a dream. They ran deep into the snowy woods, happy and safe.
Unbelievable. Good shot.
This whole story was like a mix of nature's magic and human help. It will be remembered as a very mysterious and special moment. It showed that even in the wild, where everything is quiet and covered in snow, life and freedom are very precious, just like a delicate winter flower. Strange creatures caught on cam. Once upon a moonlit night in the heart of a thick, shadowy wood, there stood a trail camera, quietly watching over the secrets of the forest land. This camera, a curious gadget, was set up to capture the quiet miracles of nature. Little did it know that it was about to record a commodity that would shoot jitters down the backbones of anyone who dared to prove it. As the night wore on, the creepy silence was broken by a strange rustling. Out of the darkness, critters arose unlike any that had ever been seen ahead. Their eyes, glowing like fiery embers in the night, pierced through the wraps of darkness. They moved with an unnatural grace, their movements fluid and unsettling. These critters were neither beast nor man. Their branches were stretched, their skin a sickly pale cast. They sounded to communicate in hushed whispers that transferred jitters through the genuine trees themselves. The trail camera captured their every move, each frame more unsettling than the last. The videotape of these disturbing, creepy, and strange critters with their glowing eyes would ever remain etched in the memory of those who stumbled upon it, a chilling memorial that in the depths of nature, puzzles and demons beyond imagination may lurk. A giant wolf. In the heart of the sprawling forest land where the trees stood high and proud, an epic spectacle unfolded on a bright and sunny day. The timber was alive with the chittering of booze and the rustling of leaves, but an unforeseen drop-in had just made its entrance, a colossal wolf, unlike any other. This giant wolf, with fur as dark as night, surfaced from the dark with an acute aggressiveness. Its muscles splashed under its satiny fleece as it prowled through the green. The sun shafts reflected off its important frame, creating an admiration, inspiring sight that transferred and shook down the backbone of any critter hard. But what drew the attention of all, both critters big and small, was the sight of a lone doggy standing at the edge of a clearing. This doggy, a faithful companion to a mortal, was small in comparison to the giant wolf. Yet it held its ground with a frippery that couldn't be denied. As the pressure in the timber thickened, the giant wolf suddenly dashed toward the doggy, its eyes burning with determination. The world sounded to hold its breath as the two doggies closed the distance between them, and the wood bore proof to a clash of majestic ends. Mysterious encounter with Bigfoot. One eerie evening in northern Minnesota, something mysterious happened. A video appeared and it was quite unsettling.
Oh my god. Did you see that?
In the video, a dark and shadowy figure emerged from the ancient forest. This figure was known to many as Bigfoot, a creature of legend. The people in a nearby house were spooked by what they saw.
No way. What the
Their once calm hearts now raced with fear. They couldn't resist the strange pull of curiosity, which led them to come out towards this enigmatic presence. Maybe it was their primal instinct urging them to confront the mystery. Even their loyal dog sensed something unusual. It ran into the forest barking loudly as if challenging the creature. But the forest held secrets that were beyond the dog's understanding. It didn't take long for the dog to rush back to the safety of the house, clearly frightened by whatever it had encountered. The purpose of this elusive creature, Bigfoot, remained a puzzle. Was it a bearer of unknown horrors or a guardian of hidden forest mysteries? The truth was hidden away deep within the wilderness, leaving everyone in the dark.
Oh my god.
As the video came to an end, a chill ran down the spines of those who had watched this mysterious encounter. The presence of the black Bigfoot left an unforgettable mark on those who had seen it. In the depths of northern Minnesota, an unsolved mystery persisted, haunting the thoughts and hearts of those who dared to peer into the unknown. Biggest snake. Deep in a strange forest, a video showed something eerie. It gave everyone a creepy feeling. It was a massive snake, held up by a big machine called a crane. The snake looked like it didn't belong to our world. It was super long and its body was incredibly wide. Anyone who saw it got scared. People had so many questions. How did this enormous snake end up in the middle of the mysterious forest? Were these other animals in the forest, and were they terrified of this gigantic snake? The more they thought about it, the more questions they had. The forest seemed to hold secrets, as if it had stories to tell. People wondered if the snake was a protector of this strange place, or if it was trapped by something unknown. The air was heavy with fear, and the only sounds were the occasional noises from the crane. As the video went on, the snake's future stayed hidden in the shadows of mystery. What would happen to this colossal snake in the heart of the puzzling forest? People who watched were left with a mix of wonder and worry, trapped in a riddle that wouldn't give up its answers. It was a truly mysterious scene, one that would stay in people's minds long after they saw it. Terrifying praying mantis. It shows a bee and a praying mantis on a white wall that is white. The praying mantis has captured the bee tightly in its grip. The honeybee tries to escape the praying mantis but fails to do so. The praying mantis has a very firm grip on the bee, as it can be seen in the video. Some of the legs of the bee break due to its fight with the praying mantis. It shows how terrifying a praying mantis can be when it comes to capturing its food. The praying mantis holds the bee with both of his hands in a tight and firm grip and starts eating it from the middle. The bee tries its best till the end to escape, but does not succeed. The python snake attacking a deer. The video seems to have been shot on a highway where on the side of the road a python snake has captured a deer. The python has wrapped its body all around the deer with all its force. People try to save the deer from the python. They take a large branch from the tree and hit the python from a distance. They hit the python a few times until it lost its grip on the deer. The deer also tries to escape as the people hit the python. At last, the python leaves the deer and runs back from where it came from, and the deer runs in its opposite direction. Inside the wasp nest. The camera captured a cryptic sight. It was also very mysterious. One man took the risk of opening the nest of wasps. They were cutting it into 2 pieces. It was looking very peculiar that it was a big, dangerous risk to come near the nest. The people were utterly covered with the clothes. They also wore gloves on their hands. It was recorded in the dense forest. Anyhow, some bees were flying around their nest. The man started to cut it off from the center with a big knife. When he cut the nest, a very peculiar and mysterious scene happened. Inside the nest, a honeycomb appeared. There were many wisps around it. They were many large in number. It was a very natural scene of this honeycomb. The man had taken a big risk. There was also man-tiny holes in the honeycomb where the honey was found. It was a very deep greatest mystery. We have seen the honeycomb from very near. The wisps were flying near their comb. They were storing honey from the flowers. It was almost done. Roadside hauntings. The video discusses a mysterious figure captured in the middle of the road at night, and it is so strange to look at it that it will chill you to the bone. The car in front of the person filming had to swerve to avoid the figure. But what supposedly was this creature? Some people think it looks like a ghost, while others wonder if it could be an alien. Although the filming location is unknown, the video highlights some well-known routes where reports of ghost sightings in the middle of the road have been made. A similar example might be the Clinton Road in New Jersey, known for its history of paranormal activity and the presence of a creepy ghost woman in white. Another eerie road mentioned is the Shades of Death Road in Warren County, New Jersey. Also in Texas, there's the Devil's Backbone, a scenic highway with legends of Spanish conquistadors and Native American warrior ghosts. The Bluebell Hill ghost has been reported to have been seen frequently on Kent's A229 road in England. The video emphasizes how these unexplained encounters and reports of strange figures seen on roads have sparked various theories and tales that have added to the mysteries of the paranormal. Goat Man. In the cryptic shadows of the Hyattsville branch, a chilling revelation unfurled. A sinister video emerged, exposing the ghastly presence of the Goat Man, a malevolent entity whispered of in terrified hushed tones. Whispers of its origins reeked of malevolence seeping through the veins of this forsaken place. The very soil tainted by the horrors that unfolded. The Goat Man, they say, has an insatiable thirst for blood, a gluttonous predator not discriminating between the pulse of humans and the heartbeats of innocent animals. This creature, recorded by an ominous trail camera, struck a stark and unholy image upon the minds of those who dared to bear witness. Its visage, a grotesque hybrid, sported a face akin to a goat's. Eyes like soulless voids, and a body that resembled a mockery of humanity itself. Its presence emanated a petrifying aura, an eerie, unsettling force that clung to the very marrow of the bones. They spoke in hushed murmurs of its tactics, how it stalked with eerie precision, silently a wraith lurking in the shadows. Abruptly it would strike, rending the unsuspecting prey to shreds, leaving only sorrow and blood-soaked ground in its wake. Then, like a wisp of malevolence, it would retreat into the gnarled woods, a sinister specter biding its time, waiting for the next hapless victim. But what eldritch force had birthed this abomination? No one knew how the Goat Man had slipped into the very fabric of the forest, or why it haunted this wretched place. A shroud of mystery clung to it, a sinister enigma, unfathomable and unsettling. It said that these who dared to unravel its origins were consumed by an inescapable darkness, their sanity forfeit to the inscrutable malevolence of the Goat Man. The Hyattsville branch bore witness to a horror that defied reason, an unrelenting terror that refused to yield its secrets. The Goat Man's mystery, a macabre riddle wrapped in shadows, remained unsolved, leaving the world to shudder in trepidation, forever haunted by the nightmare lurking within. Cryptic Bear? In a zoo in China, something extraordinary happened that left everyone astonished. Imagine a bear, big and brown, usually seen on all fours, but this time, it stood up tall on its hind legs. This bear was enormous, nearly as close as your neighbor, and it peered out at the crowd through the safety grill. People from all around gathered, their eyes wide with amazement. This was no ordinary bear. It was special, a mystery never seen before. The excitement was palpable, as if a secret of nature had been revealed. Everyone held their breath, trying to take in this wondrous sight. The bear's eyes seemed to sparkle with curiosity as it survived the amazed onlookers. It was as if it wanted to share this moment with all who had come to witness its extraordinary feat. The zoo became a place of wonder, a memory etched in the hearts of those fortunate enough to be there. This event will be talked about for years to come, a story of a bear that stood tall and captured the hearts of all who beheld it. It was a day when the ordinary turned into something truly extraordinary, a day that will forever live in the memory of those who were lucky enough to witness it. Gorilla cycling. The camera had captured a scarce sight. It was also very mysterious. Beside the camera, the atmosphere was filled with enigma and suspense. It made all the viewers curious. The camera tapped the appearance of the giant gorilla. It was doing a mysterious act. It was cycling on a bicycle. That was so peculiar that the gorilla was on the bicycle. It was amazing and a little bit funny. It was riding the bicycle and totally engaged in it deeply. It was so fun for it. There was also one other gorilla that was seeing its mate on riding. Suddenly, this gorilla fell down from the bicycle. It fell down on the ground and made the gorilla upset. Then it do a particular act. It threw away this bicycle away on which it takes a ride. It was a very funny and also disappointed scene for the gorilla. It was the deepest mystery ever found. It was never seen before. No one had seen the gorilla on a bicycle before. It was astonished for all. The gorilla on the bicycle looked very funny, and it was keenly enjoying its ride, but soon it was interrupted. Eerie creatures' chilling encounter. In daytime, a strange video appeared. It showed something scary. A person who liked to jog in a quiet park saw something bizarre. He didn't know that something evil was nearby. While jogging, he saw a weird dark shape in the distance. It was black and didn't make sense. He thought it might be a big black bear or a wild dog, but it wasn't. This thing was pure evil. It had creepy eyes that felt like they could steal your soul. Looking at it sent chills down the jogger's spine. It was like a nightmare come to life. Its twisted, scary face seemed like it came from another world. Everyone who saw it was terrified. The jogger couldn't move, stuck in the monster's evil gaze. He realized he was in a place that didn't belong to our world. This thing was a mystery, something we can't understand. The video stopped, but the terror it showed never left. The mystery of this evil creature with its scary eyes and eerie presence stayed unsolved. It's a reminder of how unknown and frightening our world can be. Gorilla versus snake. In the jungle, there's a zoo with a funny and fascinating story. Some gorillas and a snake became the stars of a video that's been making people laugh and wonder.
Oh, there's a snake. Oh, that's awesome.
One clever gorilla first noticed the snake hiding in the bushes. He got so excited and yelled for his gorilla friends to come check it out.
Oh, Big Dad.
In no time, there were 5 or 6 gorillas, all looking surprised and amazed. But the best part was the funny dare. One cheeky gorilla challenged his buddy, saying, "If you give the snake a kiss, I'll give you 50 bananas." This was so silly that all the gorillas started giggling.
I can do something about it. Why are you doing it?
The brave gorilla decided to go for it and gave the snake a quick kiss. Everyone burst into laughter and cheered for him. The snake just watched, probably wondering what all the fuss was about. People at the zoo watched through a glass wall and couldn't believe their eyes.
Oh, there's a snake. Oh, that's awesome.
They had expressions of surprise and happiness, just like the gorillas. The video of this crazy moment spread everywhere, making people of all ages smile and be amazed. This funny encounter showed that nature is full of surprises. The gorillas were curious and playful, and the snake showed it had a good sense of humor. Even in a zoo, we can find moments that make us laugh and feel wonder. This video reminded us that our world is full of exciting and incredible things, even when we least expect them. Abandoned bunkers. Once upon a time, in a forgotten corner of the world, there lay a place shrouded in closed books and darkness. It was a desolate land where grown vines and rusting iron brooded secrets of a time long gone in. In this abandoned place, hidden amongst the involved green, were the remnants of what was formerly a frightening military fort.
We are going to see inside of this bunker? Holy cow.
These creepy abandoned basements, like ancient guards, stood as silent evidence of a defunct period of strife and conflict. As I ventured deeper into this creepy geography, a bite ran down my chin. The holds impeded like forbidding titans, their concrete walls bearing scars of battles fought in murk. Broken windows goggled like depressed eyes, and decaying walls rumored tales of troopers who had formerly sought retreat within. Inside, the darkness sounded to stretch on ever, broken only by faint shafts of light filtering through cracks in the ceiling. The air was heavy with the scent of humidity and decay. I could not help but wonder about the lives that had formerly filled these walls with purpose and community. As I explored further, my steps echoing in the silence, I could not shake the feeling that I wasn't alone.
Oi, look at that serious bit of,
It was as if the ghosts of history were still delayed, guarding their secrets in this creepy abandoned world. Mysterious animal. Once upon a time, in a quiet and remote timber, there was an abnormal animal. At first regard, it might have sounded like a doggy, but a near look revealed being different altogether. This mysterious being, covered in shaggy fur, moved quietly through the green and trees, weaving its way like a shadow. The animal had large, suggestive eyes that lustered with curiosity, and its tail, unlike a doggy's, was long and bushy, swaying gracefully with each step. Its observance perked up at the minimum sound, always alert to the secrets of the timber. As it ventured deeper into the forestland, the critter's movements took on a graceful, formal, such-like quality. It jumped over fallen branches and glided through the high ground, blending seamlessly with the natural world around it. Its every step was poetry and stir, a silent symphony of grace and dexterity. But what truly set this animal asunder from a common doggy was its connection with the timber itself. It sounded to understand the language of the trees and the whispers of the leaves. It moved with similar harmony that it was as if the very spirit of the wood had taken form in this mysterious being. Lion defended lioness. In the wilderness of a jungle, a herd of Cape buffaloes in all their glory and strength can be seen marching towards two lonely savages of the jungle. These two predators seemed lost as they were sauntering alone in these vast fields. Suddenly, the herd of mighty buffaloes started running towards the lions. But in an attempt to protect his partner, the lioness, he stood tall in front of these giant bulls and confronted them with all his force and strength. He carried on in the fierce battle with the utmost power and courage, defying all odds in order to protect his lioness, who wasn't harmed at all. In short, the lion successfully escaped this terror trap and marched away with his lioness. However, unfortunately, the herd of buffaloes can still be seen following the two animals. Cryptid alligator. The camera caught a peculiar and mysterious sight. The atmosphere was truly filled with enigma. It was really a fearable sight. It made everyone uneasy. This was a peculiar scene that had never happened before. The camera tape shows the appearance of an eerie alligator. It was kept in a cage in the zoo. Suddenly, the creepiest scene happened. The alligators attacked the zoo handler near it. It caught the man firmly by his hand. It pulled the zoo handler into the cage. This scene makes everyone anxious. The alligator caught the hand of a man very tightly. It was not leaving him. The man was trying to escape from the alligator's sharp teeth, but it was not leaving the man. The man in severe fear. Suddenly, another man jumped into the cage. It was actually a visitor here in the zoo. He left the man from the crocodile by lying on the alligator's back. The alligator was very curious and decrypted. The man hardly escaped the zoo handler. The crocodile was trying to kill the man, but it failed. It frightened all the people nearby, and then the man that rescued the zoo handler came out of the cage. The environment was fearable. Mysterious forest insect dance. Deep in the forest where the sun peeked through the leaves, a camera saw something strange. It was daytime and a group of insects circled a single stone. They moved in a never-ending loop, like a secret dance of nature. Each insect followed the one in front, almost like they had a special rhythm only they understood. It was like an invisible magic guiding them, a secret of the forest. Everyone watching, humans and animals, couldn't figure out why they did this. It was a mystery, just like the warm forest breeze. People wondered what was the reason behind this mysterious performance. Some thought it might be an old ceremony, a way of honoring forgotten gods. Others imagined it as a tiny GPS system, nature's incredible precision on display. but no one could know for sure why they kept circling the stone. Some even thought these insects were messengers from another world, sending a cosmic message through their mysterious dance. A few believed they might be time travelers, repeating their loop throughout history. Whispers of ancient curses and magical stones filled the forest as people pondered the endless puzzle. The insect's dance continued. It was a never-ending, enchanting show deep in the woods. The camera captured this timeless mystery, leaving everyone who saw it full of wonder and respect for the hidden secrets of the natural world. Frozen Ohio Bigfoot Mystery. In a faraway, lonely forest deep within Ohio, something strange happened. This place was far from where people usually go. It was all about nature and nothing else. In this quiet, snowy world, a very surprising thing was caught on a special camera. The people who owned this camera wanted to find out who roamed in the dark, cold night. They wanted to discover what animals lived there, but what they found left everyone puzzled. The camera took a picture of something in the shadows, something that some people say is Bigfoot, a legendary creature. This strange figure was all black, and it looked eerie in the winter's frosty air. The camera was far away, so it couldn't show the details of its face. Some people, drawn to the remote place, strongly believe that this picture is real. It fits the story of Bigfoot, a mysterious creature said to live in the wild, secret parts of the world. But not everyone agrees. Some says it's a trick, a fake. They think someone might have played a prank. These doubts split people's opinions like two different stories. The truth is still hidden deep in the woods. No one knows for sure what's in that mysterious photo. It's a puzzle that keeps us wondering. For now, the woods of Ohio keep this secret in their silent heart, and we can only imagine what's behind this strange picture. A sunk ape sighting. Once upon a time, on a quiet and peaceful farmstead nestled deep in the heart of a thick wood, being extraordinary occurred. One sunny morning, as the hoots chittered and the leaves rustled in the gentle breath, being strange stirred in the forest land. A skunk aper, a mysterious critter known only from stories, surfaced from the dark. With its shaggy dark fur and hulking figure, it moved cautiously but gracefully through the ranch. The camera prisoner, the beauty of ranch's wildlife, caught this astonishing sight. The skunk ham's movements were a mesmerizing mix of covert and power. Its enormous bases left deep imprints in the soft earth, and its long arms swung gracefully as it walked. As the footage spread through the community, excitement and wonder filled the air. People marveled at the skunk aper's fugitive appearance, amazed that such an animal could live in their peaceful corner of the world. The videotape of the skunk aper's visit came as cherished tale, passed down through generations, reminding everyone that the mystifications of the natural world could still surprise and delight, indeed in the quietest of places. And so, the ranch continued to be a place where nature's miracles no way stopped to astound. The Chupacabra's Midnight Feast. Once upon a moonless night, a nipping event unfolded. The air was thick with riddles as the darkness sounded to devour everything in its path. A lone, alarmed critter kept quietly through the green, its heart pounding like a barrel in the silence. This animal, a small furry beast, was the unwitting prey of a fearsome bloodsucker known as the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra was a legend, rumored among the creatures of the timber, a critter that struck fear into the hearts of all who crossed its path. As the small beast cringed in the darkness, it heard a faint rustling in the darkness. Suddenly, a brace of glowing red eyes pierced through the blackness, and a horrifying figure came up. The Chupacabra, with its scaled skin and sharp bloody fangs, moved stealthily toward its prey. The small beast quivered as the Chupacabra pounced, and a detailed, horrible struggle replaced. In the creepy silence of the dark place, the Chupacabra claimed its mess, leaving nothing but a haunting memory of the hassle. The night remained shrouded in darkness, and the legend of the Chupacabra lived on, a dreadful tale brooded among the critters of the wood, a memorial of the grim, determined cycle of life and death in the wild. Mysterious Egret. In the bright daytime, something very strange happened in the peaceful park. There was a beautiful egret, like a snowy angel, standing all alone. But this egret was different, and that's what made this scene so weird. It had a hole in its neck like a hollow tunnel, and this didn't make any sense at all. As the egret moved gracefully, the hole in its neck was like a secret passage to a mysterious world where nature's rules had gone all wrong. At first, it looked like the egret was trying to catch and eat a snake. Its long neck was elegantly curved as it focused on the snake. But here's where it got really eerie.
You just pulled that out of its neck.
Every time the egret tried to swallow the snake didn't stay inside. It kept coming out of the hole in the egret's neck. It was like a creepy dance, as if nature itself was playing a spooky game.
What's happening?
The egret, which should have been a symbol of innocence and beauty, now looked haunting. Its eyes revealed the pain it was going through. Nobody knew what had caused this strange hole in its neck, and no one could understand how much the egret was suffering. People in the park watched in amazement, their voices hushed.
So you just pulled that out of its neck. What's happening?
It was as if they stumbled upon a secret they couldn't explain. The truth behind this mysterious egret remained hidden, a puzzle that no one could solve. The egret became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that there are mysteries in nature that go beyond our understanding. Its story would be told and retold in the park, a legend of the unexplainable. Mysterious fox and cat. In the daytime, something strange happened, and a camera was there to capture it. There was a cat all black and sleek, and a fox bright red like a flame. They were in a garden, and it seemed like they were in a mysterious showdown. At first, the cat was scared of the fox. The cat moved away slowly, stepping back. But the fox was very determined, like it had its own secret plan. The garden seemed to hold its breath, waiting for something to happen. And then, out of nowhere, the black cat made a run for it. It was like a ghost in the night, running so fast, leaving everyone puzzled. The fox, like a fiery shadow, chased after the cat, but it couldn't catch up. There was another fox, like a twin, making things even more puzzling. This mysterious event left everyone baffled. It was like a puzzle with missing pieces, and people couldn't stop thinking about it. Nature can be so full of secrets and surprises, just like this strange encounter in the garden. It was a reminder that there's always something mysterious waiting to be uncovered, even in the light of day. Eagle's smooth river attack. The video showed a beautiful eagle. It flew smoothly in the clear daytime sky above a river, surrounded by forests and mountains. The eagle landed in the river, grabbed a fish, and continued to fly. This moment was a mix of nature's beauty and the reality of how animals hunt for food. The eagle's flight were easy to watch. It glided through the sky effortlessly with its wide wings. As it got closer to the river, you could feel the excitement. It dived quickly, grabbed a shiny fish with its sharp claws, and showed us the circle of life. How animals need to catch prey to survive. This video reminded us that in nature, life and death are connected. The eagle's smooth attack was like a perfect dance of survival. It showed us the incredible world of nature. This moment when the eagle caught the fish made us appreciate how skilled and mysterious animals can be in the wild. It's a simple but powerful reminder of the wonders of the natural world. Mysterious monkey teasing scene. In the daytime, a camera showed a strange picture. It looked like a zoo. Inside, there were black monkeys with dark fur. They had mysterious eyes. A girl stood by the rusty cage of these monkeys. She seemed both interesting and a bit scary. She thought she was the boss of this unusual place. Her fingers teased the air, making the crowd watching her impatient. But trying to solve the secrets of the universe was a mistake. One of the monkeys got very angry. It grabbed the girl's hair quickly and tried to harm her. People standing around were shocked and scared. They realized that maybe humans shouldn't interfere with the hidden powers of the animal world. Quickly, they saved the girl from the monkey's grip. Her hair was messy and she was trembling, but she didn't seem to learn from her mistake. Once free, she went back to teasing the monkey. The black monkeys, however, didn't forget her actions. They both grabbed her hair even harder this time. It was like a strange dance of teasing and payback. a mysterious story of human curiosity and the secrets of all living beings. So, the camera captured a strange moment, where the mysteries of nature mixed with human foolishness, forever written in the story of the unknown. A wild hog. The camera had recorded the presence of a mythical creature. It was a wild hog, also called wild swine, common wild pig. It was the most dangerous wild animal. The trail camera had captured the clip of this being present in the woods where there are large trees. It was grazing on a grassy land. It was very giant and hairy and had a big face. It was really a creepy creature that was looking very weird and bizarre. They are generally found in Eurasia and North Africa. The hog that was in the video had a scrunched face, pointy snouts, beady eyes, and large ears. It was looking very peculiar. It was a deep mystery of this creature's presence. The air was filled up with the uncanny. Snake's mystery unveiled. In the quiet daytime, a camera saw something strange in the wild. It found a group of snakes hiding among thick bushes. There were many of them, and they seemed like a secret society.
I don't know, guys. I don't think you're practicing your social distancing.
These snakes were long and slim, and they cautiously peeked out from a hole they had made in the ground. It looked like they didn't want to leave their hiding spot. All of them stood close together in a formation, and they moved their heads around as if they were on high alert, ready for something important.
Looks like more than a party of 10.
It was like they were prepared to face an enemy, but no one knew who or what that might be. Their hidden purpose remained a puzzle, and the snakes held into their enigmatic secret.
I'm sure I'm grossing out some friends, but you guys still love me being a nature nut.
As people watched this mysterious assembly, they couldn't help but be captivated by the snakes' unusual behavior. The reasons behind their actions and their hidden intentions were a riddle, buried deep within the Earth's secrets. This mystery remained unsolved, much like the snakes themselves, and their story remained forever locked in the unknown wilderness. Cryptic mystery. The camera in Russia recorded a mysterious and cryptic act. It made everyone terrified and curious. The air was truly filled with enigma and many questions. In the middle of Russia, a mystery happened with a river. In a horrifying incident, a river in Russia had turned beetroot red. It happened after a major incident of contamination by a mystery pollutant. It was not known about this pollutant. The river was turned into beetroot red. It was a peculiar sight. The ducks refused to swim in that contaminated toxic water. It was looking very cryptic and eerie. Everyone was trying to find out what contamination was the cause of this decolorization. All the people were curious and suspicious about it. It was a deep mystery. I still haven't found out what had happened. It was an eerie mystery which was still unknown. All the people were refusing to swim in this toxic water. They were severely anxious about it. Mysterious Florida beach transformation. In Florida, a strange video appeared that made people wonder. It showed a man from Florida, but we didn't know who he was. He did something strange at the beach that caught everyone's attention. This guy used the sand as his canvas and started digging a not-so-obvious trench on the lovely Florida beach. At first, it looked really interesting. Imagine the sun painting the sky with pretty colors, and people watching this mysterious man working hard in the sand. People were laughing and having fun as they watched. They couldn't resist being curious about what this mysterious digger was creating. Some even decided to go into the water he was making, thinking it was just a fun dream. But here's where things got really surprising. As the man kept digging, the water changed. It went from a gentle flow to a strong current. The peaceful trench turned into a rough river. Waves that were far away suddenly crashed all around, and the fun turned into difficulty. Out of nowhere, the police arrived. They too were a bit mysterious. People wondered if they were there to help, to scold, or just to see this strange transformation. This mysterious video reminds us that life can be full of unexpected surprises. It shows that there are mysteries hiding in everyday things, and sometimes we just have to look a little deeper to find them. Mysterious Bigfoot sighting. In the daytime, a camera recorded something strange that got everyone talking. It happened in a thick group of bushes, and a Bigfoot came out of these bushes, a mysterious and huge creature.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
Bigfoot had a unique style unlike anything we've seen before. It moved through the bushes in a way that made it seem like it knew the camera was there, but the camera was far away, so we couldn't see its features clearly. Still, its shape looked a lot like the legendary Bigfoot. People heard about this and started guessing. Some said it was just a person dressed up to trick everyone, while others said it was taller than any regular person, making them believe it was the real Bigfoot.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
The mystery only got deeper as experts and fans studied the video. They wanted to know if it was a real Bigfoot or just a well-done trick. It was like a puzzle that no one could solve. In the end, we still didn't know who or what it was. This encounter with Bigfoot during the day fascinated and puzzled people. It showed how we're always curious about things we can't explain. The video reminds us that our world still holds secrets we haven't discovered yet. Mysterious creature. In a deep, dark forest, something strange happened. A special camera took a picture of a mysterious creature. The only thing we could see were its glowing eyes, like magical lights in the night. The person who owned the camera was really curious, so they made their phone screen very bright to see more. What they saw was a strange creature that looked a bit like a human, but it was hard to see its face. It was so eerie and scary, like it didn't belong to our world. This sight filled the camera owner with fear, making them too scared to go back to that forest again. People who heard the story were also scared. They talked about the creature, but no one could figure out what it really was. It was like a mystery that no one could solve, something strange and unknown. This strange being left a mysterious mark on the world, and its secrets would forever stay hidden in the deep, dark forest. Mystical owl's bubble flight. The video showed a mysterious scene. It looked like a strange documentary showing something very unusual. The star of this mysterious video was an owl, a bird that comes out at night. The owl was flying through a strange place filled with shiny bubbles. It looked like a magical world. The owl moved gracefully through these bubbles like a dancer. When the owl flapped its wings, it created a beautiful show with the bubbles. Scientists gathered to watch it. They weren't just watching an owl fly, they were learning the secrets of how things fly. It was as if the owl had the answers to the most important questions about how flight works. Mysterious bird and worm. In a quiet place, a camera saw something interesting. There was a young bird. Its dark eyes showed it was very hungry. The main character in the story was a small worm on the ground. It was just moving along, not knowing that the bird was watching. The worm was living its own life, trying to find its way. But the bird had no one to teach it how to eat. The scene was mysterious because the bird and the worm were like actors in a secret play. The bird wanted to eat, and the worm wanted to stay alive. The bird's mother was missing, and that made the bird's struggle even sadder. The little bird had to figure things out on its own, which was hard. In the quiet place, the bird and the worm showed a mysterious picture of life's struggles. They taught us about wanting to live and how nature can be puzzling. The forest had many secrets, and this was just one of them. When the camera took this picture, it made us think about the mysteries of nature. It asked us to wonder about the hidden stories in the wild. Mermaid mystery unsolved. One bright day, a strange event occurred beneath the vast blue ocean. A vigilant drone camera unveiled an extraordinary mystery that challenged our understanding. The drone's watchful lens captured a mysterious sight, a mermaid shimmering like liquid silver in her watery realm. Her graceful movements defied the laws of nature as she glided through the crystal clear waters with an otherworldly elegance. It was an incredibly rare occurrence, defying all logic, to witness a mermaid in the pristine embrace of the ocean. As the camera moved, jagged rocks emerged from the ocean's depths, casting eerie, serpentine shadows. The mermaid, like a sea siren, playfully swam among these enigmatic stones, her haunting song resonating in the drone's microphone. It was as though the very elements had conspired to create an enigmatic performance, where nature's secrets whispered to the unspoken. What had led her to step out of folklore and into our reality? Was she a guardian of hidden treasures, a living relic from a forgotten era, or a messenger from a world shrouded in the mists of time? The ocean embraced her with a gentle touch, its waves showing reverence for her presence. Yet the deepest mystery remained unsolved. Who was she, this aquatic enigma? What was her purpose, and what stories were concealed within her enigmatic heart? The drone, its power dwindling, could do nothing but witness this spectral encounter. As the mermaid gradually faded into the azure depths of the ocean, she left behind a trail of unanswered riddles, haunting and enigmatic. The world would persist in its relentless quest for understanding, but it appeared that certain mysteries were destined to remain hidden, forever entwined in the secrets of the deep. Predator Pursuit. In this gripping video, nature's ruthless cycle unfolds as a cunning lion hunts a group of unsuspecting deer. Hidden between trees and terrain, the patient predator surveils its prey, biding its time for the perfect moment to strike. Eventually, a solitary deer separates from the safety of its herd, unknowingly triggering the lion's lethal assault. This footage showcases the predator's calculated tactics and raw power, offering a stark glimpse into the unrelenting struggle for survival in the wild, a poignant reminder of nature's harsh reality. Mysterious lemurs in woods. In a calm forest with sunlight passing through the leaves, the camera saw something strange out of nowhere. Strange animals appeared. They looked like lemurs, but not the cute ones you'd expect. Each lemur was a mom carrying her babies on her back. They moved in a weird and graceful way, almost like a mysterious dance. What made them really strange were their creepy looks. They had bodies that were a mix of monkeys and lemurs. Their long, flexible arms and legs helped them move in a strange way through the woods. Their eyes were big and really spooky, like something from a scary dream. The peaceful forest suddenly felt tense. People watching wondered if these creatures meant harm or if they were just a unique part of the forest. As the camera kept recording, it left everyone with more questions than answers. These strange lemurs with their eerie appearance and strange movements were a big mystery. Nobody knew they could be dangerous or what secrets they held in the heart of the woods. Crocodile versus turtle. In a quiet, hidden place in the wild, a camera saw something strange. It was daytime and the landscape looked empty, like a painting made by fate. There by the water was a legendary creature, a crocodile with dark, hidden intentions in its eyes. In its mouth it held something unusual, a turtle with tough, ancient covering. The video showed a fight for survival, the crocodile's strong mouth holding onto the turtle's hard shell. It was a fight as old as the river, the never-ending struggle to stay alive under the hot sun. But something surprising happened. The turtle, strong-willed and tough, used its sturdy shell to its advantage. The turtle escaped from the crocodile's jaws. Free at last, the turtle started moving towards the river, heading for safety. This wasn't an ordinary battle. It was a sign of life's strength and the endless mysteries that make up our world. In the end, as the camera stayed on the mysterious scene, the true story of nature's hidden drama remained a secret. Skinwalker Mystery. The video shows a strange, mysterious, and unsettling encounter that happened at night in the grass. The person's attention is swiftly drawn to a strange pale creature in the video, which then charges toward the car.
Right there, what is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a...
Viewers were perplexed about its true identity after it flicked and took on an unusual appearance, leading them to believe it was a giant deer. In the video, a theory suggests it might be a skinwalker. Legends from the Navajo people describe creatures called skinwalkers who can change their shape and have evil intentions toward people. According to Navajo legend, a skinwalker can transform into any animal and frequently perform dark magic. Some people think skinwalkers are real and commit evil deeds, even though many regard the idea as superstition. The Navajo people have stories about skinwalkers that have been passed down through the generations, and some people think that just talking about them will bring misfortune or indicate that they're there. The video also raises the question of whether the person who recorded it on their dashcam saw a skinwalker, or if there are other possible explanations for the weird-looking creature.
Right there, what is that? Is that a bug? What is that? Dude, that's what...
It heightens the controversy and mystique surrounding these sightings and the folklore associated with them. Eerie nighttime creature unveiled. In the dark of night, a camera saw something truly terrifying. It was a creature like a nightmare come to life. Its eyes glowed eerily like evil stars in the black night. As the night grew darker, a wicked, ghostly figure appeared. It was a scary thing with eyes that blazed like fiery embers from a cursed fire. It came out of the shadows like a spooky dance, and the camera captured this scary transformation. It looked like a web made of fear. This mysterious and horrible creature gave off a very old and bad feeling, making anyone who saw it really scared. It was like something that didn't belong in our world, a creature that was scarier than anything we could understand. On this cold night, nothing this horrifying had ever been seen before. It seemed to crawl out of the dark, and its evil purpose was hidden in its shadowy shape. It was a total mystery that left everyone who saw it feeling really afraid, like something very bad was about to happen. As the darkness took away the truth about what this thing was, the world shook with fear. Nobody could know what kind of evil was hiding in that terrible place, or what terrible plan this creature had for the world of the living. The camera had seen something no one should ever see, a glimpse into the darkest and most terrifying place. And the question remained, a mystery without an answer in the dark. Polar bear. The camera caught a mysterious sight. It happened at the North Pole. It was a very rare scene of a polar bear. There was snow freezing here and there on land. All the nature things were severely freeze, like trees, lakes, and roads. As the global temperature heats up, the snow ice is thinning by the day. The polar was moving smoothly from the snow ice. It was a white-colored polar bear. It was moving like it was crawling over the snow. Seemed like that it was enjoying the icing snow. This was a very wonderful scene. It makes the environment uneasy. This thinning of ice taught new ways to the polar bear that was looking so charming. This polar bear was enjoying the icing snow here so keenly. The air was filled with the pleasure and charm of the effects of nature. It was a deep mystery ever. It makes all the viewers and operators astonished and amazed. The polar bear was so amazing. It was a deep mystery that camera has taped that had never seen before. Hand feeding of shark. The camera picked up a cryptic sight. It was also very mysterious. That was recorded in the middle of the sea. Anyhow, there was a very peculiar sight that happened to some people that were on the ship. They were feeding the big monstrous shark by a fish. One of the men on the ship holding a fish in his hands. A big, huge shark came from the depth of the sea. It was looking very dangerous and creepiest. It also had big, sharp teeth. It was jumping to eat the fish and hitting with the ship. The ship was shaking severely. However, the man holding a fish in his hand fed the big shark by putting the fish tail on the shark's mouth. It was eating the fish in a very cryptic way. The atmosphere was filled with fear. Suddenly, they pulled the fish up and saw that this dangerous shark ate the half fish. It was a deep, eerie mystery. The people on fish were so brave. The man fed the cryptic shark with his own hand, taking a bad risk. Mysterious woods, unknown creature. In a forest during the day, a strange video showed something scary. It made people very scared. 2 kids were playing there and they didn't know someone was following them. Their dad yelled for them to run away from the scary thing.
Get up here! Get away from him!
The video was not clear, as it was taken from far away. Nobody knew what the thing was or why it was there. It's a big mystery. The creature was hard to see in the video. It was like a shadow with no clear shape. People wondered if it was a ghost of the forest, or if it knew ancient secrets, or if it brought darkness. But nobody could be sure. As the video played, people had so many questions. What did the creature want? Was it good or bad? It felt like the forest and the creature were connected in a strange way, like they were meant to be together.
Come on, guys. You okay?
The mystery never got solved. The kids in the video were forever scared by what they saw that day. In the heart of the forest, where reality mixes with mysteries, the truth about the creature and its purpose stays hidden under time and shadows, a story that will always be a secret. Mysterious moose in city. On a bright day, something very strange happened in the middle of a big city. Two huge moose, those giant animals from the wild, began to fight right in the heart of the city. This was not something people saw often, and it left everyone amazed. While cars sat still and houses looked on, the two moose were completely unaware of their surroundings.
Get back. Up here, be good.
They were locked in a weird battle, using their antlers to tussle. It was like they didn't even notice they were in a city. The noise of their struggle echoed through the streets and startled everyone who saw it. What's even more mysterious is that those two powerful creatures didn't care about the people watching. The people in the city were used to a different kind of life, and they couldn't believe their eyes. They stood there, frozen in amazement, as this strange and wild drama played out. The battle went on for a while, like a clash between nature and the city. But then, in a surprising and puzzling twist, one of the moose suddenly stopped fighting. It dashed away, disappearing into the maze of the city. The other moose just stood there, watching the first one run off. This bizarre scene frightened a little dog in the city. The dog barked and ran away, scared of the strange moose fight. Even the people who lived in the city were puzzled and afraid. They had no idea how these moose ended up in their city in the first place. The mystery of the moose's unexpected visit to the city left everyone scratching their heads. No one could explain why or how these wild creatures had entered the city, but it was a strange and unforgettable moment, a reminder that even in the most ordinary places, the wild and unknown could suddenly appear, leaving a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. Raccoons attack the woman as they leave. The video shows that the raccoons get into the woman's house through the window. There are 3 of them. One is standing in the window and the other 2 are inside her house. The raccoon standing on the window tries to help his friends to climb up the window, but it seems to be terrified a little bit.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Whoop.
The girl raises the curtains so that the raccoons find it easy to escape. The raccoons think that she might hurt them, so they bite her.
Come on.
The second raccoon climbs out the window after a while of trying, while the third one is still inside her house. She helps it escape when she tries to close her window. One of the raccoons bite her. She realizes she made a mistake and gets away from the window.
No, go on! Go!
This is how best friends are created. The video is shot in a forest. We can see a monkey and a large lizard and birds at the back. The monkey jumps here and there and holds the lizard's tail and enjoys it while irritating it. The lizard runs from the monkey, but is unsuccessful. The monkey follows the lizard as it moves forward. This video is also related to how best friends are made. One of them is an introvert while the other one is an extrovert. This is a very common example of best friends, as one of the friends is loud while the other is not. Kidnapper caught on camera. In a frightening incident in Arcadia, California, a man got arrested after a chilling video emerged. The video, captured by a neighbor's doorbell camera just before midnight on Monday, shows a terrifying scene. The man, known to be the woman's ex-partner, supposedly abducted her and pulled her down the street by her hair. In the video, we can see the woman desperately trying to find safety at a neighbor's house, banging on the door for help. Her cries went unanswered as her partner forcefully intervened, taking her away, leaving behind a haunting memory of the alarming incident.
He dropped.
Creepy and strange being. In the heart of the thick, ancient forest land, there exists a place where the covering between our world and the mysterious unknown seems to waver. It's a spot rumored about in hushed tones by locals, a place where strange circumstances aren't unusual. Deep within these forest lands, a solitary trail camera captured a scene that transferred jitters down the backbones of all who gaped upon it. The footage revealed a moonless night, the timber bathed in a creepy, unearthly gleam. From the dark surfaced a figure, an ethereal being with a shimmering, nearly translucent form. Its eyes lustered with an unsettling, nearly sleepy light. Strange symbols and characters unknown to mortal eyes adorned its ghostly body. What made it all the more unsettling was the unforeseen, nearly ritualistic formality it performed, as if communicating with being unseen. The tree swayed in response, their branches forming intricate patterns as if under a spell. Also, as rapidly as it had appeared, the specter faded back into the dark, leaving only a haunting, mystifying riddle that still haunts the dreams of those who watch the footage, ever casting a chilly air of the unknown over that ancient timber. What would you do? A man who seems to be a forest photographer is sitting in the front of his car holding his camera, looking to his left. The video shows that one of his friends on the other side tells him to look at his right side. When he turns his face around to see what it is, he sees a tiger right next to him staring at him. He gets scared and does not know what to do. He stares back at the tiger, scared. He holds his camera more tightly, being scared, as he is alone in this situation. Not knowing what else to do to save his life. He sits there terrified. Orca attacking seals. This video shows how an orca is attacking seals on the seashore. Orca is also called a killer whale, as it is very dangerous and harmful. The orca attacks the seals very brutally. It comes with a very high speed, not letting the seals know, and gets on top of the seals, harming them with all its pressure and force. It gets back after hurting the seals. It comes to the end of the seashore to hurt the seals, and then goes back into the water. Mystical moose encounter. In the snowy wilderness of Alaska, something strange happened. A man, whose name we don't know, went into an old shed one day. He was looking for something inside when he closed the creaky door behind him. The world got very quiet. All that could be heard was the soft sound of snowflakes falling, like nature's secrets whispered in the air. But then something eerie appeared. A huge moose, like a giant from a story, emerged from the snow. The moose moved gracefully, its big black eyes filled with mystery. The man felt very scared and hid in the shadows of the shed. It was as if the ancient spirits of the land had given him a warning. The moose just stood there, like a guardian to some hidden place. It felt like it wanted the man to come out and face something, but he was too scared to move. Time seemed to stand still, with the sun watching silently. The moose's purpose remained a puzzle. Was it protecting a secret, or was it a message from the wild? Then, like a ghost, the moose turned and went back into the snowy wilderness. The man, still hidden in the shed, felt a huge sense of relief as the world came alive again. The snowflakes danced in the air, and the secrets of the shed stayed hidden. The moose vanished into the vast unknown. What was the moose trying to tell him? It was a question that would stay with him, a mystery that would always be part of the Alaskan wilderness. Global warming. Have you heard of the standard paradigm, all glitters is not gold? This clause holds an in-depth meaning and can be applied to nature and its breathtaking sights, which can sometimes take vicious turns. A spectacular sight surrounded by tall glaciers, snowy spikes covered with thick frost, almost unimaginable for such vast blocks of glistening ice to melt away in a few minutes. A similar set of events was captured by some tourists when a massive block of sky-high glaciers started to melt. In a case inspired by global warming, thanks to all factories and climate-ruining policies, vast chunks of pointed ice were seen melting away. And its tiny pieces were falling down with so much velocity that they started to hit the people nearby. It is a truly fascinating sight sacrificed by our poor climate change policies. Mooses are huge. This video shows how big and huge mooses are. The man making the video is hiding in the trees in the forest to make the video of the moose. The moose comes slowly forward and we can see how huge it is. The moose is black in color and has a huge body. You can see its legs are very big. The moose's antlers are beautiful and at the same time very big. The moose moves forward and you can see that the moose does not have a tail. It also tells us how moose can navigate through the forest very easily. Rules of the jungle. In a forest, a lion and a llama are fighting. The lion holds the llama from its neck and the llama shakes the lion off of him. While they fight, it seems that the llama has the upper hand as the lion cannot get a full grip of the llama's neck. The llama tries its best not to let the lion win. They both fight for a while. The llama shakes the lion a lot, but even the lion does not let the llama go. At the end, it shows that probably the lion won and the llama's lost. But the llama tries best not to get defeated and fights till the end. Lion and crocodile fight for meat. This video shows a crocodile and a lion fighting for the meat in the forest. The video is shot from a drone. The lion holds one end of the meat from its mouth tightly while the crocodile holds the other end with its mouth. Both of them try their best to take the whole meat for themselves. It seems like the crocodile has a more tight hold on the meat than the lion. The crocodile rolls over while the lion loses its grip on the meat. The crocodile stays still while the lion tries its best to take the whole meat to himself. The crocodile does not move and keeps on holding the meat with its mouth. Neighbors. This video shows two fishes in a fish tank. One of them throws sand on the other fish, which starts a competition between them. The fish on the right starts throwing the sand on the face of the other. When the fish on the left side does the same, fish on the right side gets stunned for a little while and starts it again. Thinking of it as revenge from the fish on the other side. Both of the fishes throw sand at each other, taking turns. This video is a reference to how two true neighbors treat each other. Forest nightmares. Imagine going for an exhilarating camping venture only for it to turn into an agonizing picture of horror and fright. A petrifying video surfaced over the internet that baffled the wits out of hikers and mountain climbers. In the video, a 4.5-foot tall white camping tent can be seen deep in the woods, surrounded by sky-high trees and densely packed darkness. The campers claimed to have experienced dreadful voices and relentless events since the beginning. To put their curiosity to ease, they set up a trail camera across the tent to have a broader picture of the surroundings. The voices continue to mumble throughout the night, putting the hikers in deep discomfort and suffering. Still, when they speculated about the trail camera recordings, they were enthralled by the unconventional sights caught by the camera lens. In the footage, while zooming deep in the woods, a pair of dazzling eyes can be seen staring in the direction of the camp and slowly making their way towards it. After a few seconds, a giant statue appeared beside the base camp, covered in a dense black cloak, giving a blurred image of deep and intense shadow lurking in all its enigmatic presence. This enthralling video evidence was enough to torment those who have seen it, calling into question the thin veil that divides the phantom world from the living domain. Dark Night of Horror. On a terrifying night, a creepy video emerged, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to watch. Darkness ruled, making reason disappear. The moon hid behind spooky clouds, casting eerie shadows everywhere. In a play area shrouded in mystery, an unknown figure, gloves concealing their identity, plunged the surroundings into a stifling blackness. The world seemed to cower in fear as the lights vanished. From the mire, a ghastly hand emerged, a sinister sign of impending horror. Out of the darkness came nightmarish creatures, twisted, sinister gestures with menacing expressions. They held wicked tools gleaming with evil intent. Their laughter was a nightmare symphony, echoing through the silence, setting the stage for their grotesque act. The purpose of these terrifying beings remained a puzzle, hidden in the heart of this surreal theater. They were bearers of an undefined dread, orchestrating a terrifying dance that defied understanding. Nobody could grasp their sinister motives, but the malevolence in the air made the scene a never-ending nightmare, a chilling memory etched into the soul. This video offers a glimpse into a realm of horror beyond our comprehension. It raises unsettling questions, each more sinister than the last. It's a testament to the darkness lurking just out of sight, a darkness that, once witnessed, cannot be forgotten. It calls to us from the world of nightmares, urging us to confront the unknown regardless of the cost. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. We're always going into the deepest recesses to bring you the most intriguing and terrifying video ever captured on camera. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures.